Hello, welcome to Here We Go Gaming. We have a battle report for you today. I am one of your hosts, Jordan, also known as Jay Willie, and co-hosting with me today I have.
My name's Tom, also referred to as Donny. You will also maybe know me as the voice of Hey Everyone, that you may see in the videos. But yeah, here to co-host a game with yourself, Jordan. Really looking forward to it. We've got two awesome armies.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we have the Best of Sons of Nurgle coming up against the Emerald Host of Nighthaunt. A little bit of counterplay on both sides, which is going to be very interesting to see. I mean, I haven't seen Nurgle play in quite a while, but obviously you've got mortal wounds from disease points on Nurgle, going into what is an ethereal save usually. So there's no save now. For Nighthaunt, they'll get a 6-up ward. This corporate, you get a 5-up ward.
Let's see if he. Let's see.
We use that command action today. It's on the Nighthaunt side of things, you're really looking at mobility.
Yep.
So your counter there is actually just how fast you can get. The fact that you can retreat and charge, you're able to do a lot in terms of just controlling the outside of the board. You're going to be choosing the engagements.
Yep.
Whereas Nurgle just has to kind of sit there and take it.
Sit and take the punishment, really, isn't it? And control those objectives. So I suppose it's the question of, will Nurgle potentially outlast the damage Nighthaunt can provide?
And I mean, Nighthaunt not particularly high damaging faction.
So that's going to be the big question mark, isn't it?
Yeah, I can see this being a case of, early doors Nighthaunt gets a lead. And then as Nurgle starts to get onto the objectives with their units, it then becomes a case of how quick can you actually wield them down.
That's going to be the big question mark.
Definitely flip either way.
I'm really looking forward to this game. It's going to be a good one. A faction generally that we haven't seen playing in our circle in a little while. Nurgle's not a faction Dan's been playing recently. He's mainly been playing as Swigs. Obviously the new Gets books came out. He's very much enjoying the swings that he's benefiting from. But of course, nice Nurgle game just to break the mold against our Nighthaunt player. So really looking forward to it. Should we get the players to introduce themselves?
Yeah, I think we just get them unmuted and let's get the list introduced.
Could you do me a favour, sir? Could you enable our overhead camera? Thank you. You beautiful boy. Perfect. You are now unmuted, my friend. And could you press the select button for me? So, Dan? In fact, I'll come and get it. Jordan, host for me, my brother. Host for me.
Yeah, so we have a slightly reduced crew today. We've kind of split into two, so there's not going to be any dynamic cam in terms of action shots for tomorrow's battle report will have a little bit of extra juice to it with that. We did try last week to do two reports? Yeah, two reports.
Yeah, two.
And we had one report where the audio on one of our microphones was just shot. And then the second report, we lost all of the player audio and commentary audio for the last half an hour. So instead of updating half a report, we decided basically just to kind of reset, regroup, iron out the kinks, and then come in with a hopefully more streamlined product. Which, I mean, unless my audio's gone now, or your audio's gone now.
We should the audio.
Yeah, the audio is
good, boys.
We're good.
We are good. We are good. Okay.
Try.
So, fellas, would you like to give us a quick run through of your lists, please?
Yeah. Should I start, Cam?
Yeah, you go first.
Well, this is. Did you say our names? I think you did.
Oh, I haven't. Just
I'm Dan, and this is
Hi, I'm
Cameron.
Cam. Nice to meet you.
So I'm winning Nurgle today. So I'm using Blighted Sons because I like the mortals. They're the best thing, I think. Well, they're just the nicest. So it's just a lot of Blighted Kings. Right?
Yeah.
Like Kings. So I've been playing Goblins. Names are all over the place. So I've got 3 units of Blight Kings, 1 reinforced, just for like a lot of big units. I've got the Glock King, because why not? He's mint, he's huge. Lets me charge in the enemy's room phase. Crazy. And then for 2 heroes, I'm going 2 sub-commanders. So I've got the Lord of Plagues and the Lord of Blights. Blights is my general with
Stench.
Overpowered Stench, so you can't use command traits within 7. And then I've got the Helm that gives me a 4 ward to make him an absolute beast. Hopefully, hopefully we'll kill some ghosts today. We'll see.
Nice.
And
contained list, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Very
quite
nice,
like
rounded out.
small. I made it originally just to have not many models.
Just to quickly add in, the Lord of Blights also has Tunnel Master as well.
Yes.
Yeah, for the
Sorry, I
GHP
forgot
enhancement.
about that.
Yeah,
I always forget.
we always are. It's all right.
Yes, Tunnel Master as well. And the Lord of Plagues has Artifact and Rust Fang, but it doesn't affect the.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to forget about that one this game.
Happy days. The list that I've went with is Emerald Host list. I've kept it pretty simple. I've played with it quite a few times. I've got the Forge World Mongol, 2 units of 20 Chain Rasps, 2 sub-commanders, the Guardian of Souls and a Spirit Torment, Lady Olinda, and Hex Wraiths, plus 3 units of 5 Hex. 3 Spirit Hosts. Yeah, I've just pretty simple list. Taking these 2 in battalions of the bodyguards, Sworn Bodyguards battalions. Yeah, so both my sub-commanders are with both the units of Chain Rasps. Other than that, list.
Yeah, and then just to quickly go on, I know that was your units. We've got obviously your 1 or 2 enhancements that you've given some of your characters as well.
Yep.
So your Guardians of Souls, you've given the Ruler of Spirit Hosts.
Yeah, and the Beacon of Nagashazar. These are both just artifacts and a command trait that lets them bring back units. Can't remember the exact wording on them. But Rule of the Spirit Hosts is once per battle, at the end of your movement phase, you pick 1 sunnable unit that's been destroyed. After you pick a unit that has been destroyed, roll a dice. On a 4-up, a near replacement unit, half the models from that unit destroyed, added to your army and fully within 12 of the general. More than 3 away from enemy. And then he's taking Beacon and Nagashazar. So once per battle in his hero phase, the bearer will call the souls of the lost to the beacon's light. Do so, you return 1 slain model to each friendly battlefield. So just both the ones that really give us more troops back in my units. For spells, I took Spectral Tether on Lady Olinda, which is a spell with a casting value of 4. You remove the caster from the battlefield and set it up on the battlefield more than 9 away from the enemy. Nice little spell. They're quite easy to get off. And yes, that's Lady who's got the Spectral Tether. The Guardian of Souls, the spell I've chose for him is Spirit Drain. So that is casting value of 7, range of 18. Pick 1 enemy unit, build up the caster, roll a number of dice equal to the number of models in that target unit. For each 6, suffer 1. Well, I'm not really going to get much out of it today, but
Yeah.
to go with. See how we go.
So
I'm not going to say no to Mortal Wounds.
Yeah, Spirit Drain, like, he's still going to get a 5-up ward. It's
Yeah.
Nurgle, you know, it's going to be tough to kind of shift them.
Mortal Wounds still good though.
Yeah, I think there is one other spell that works quite well against Nurgle, but obviously then you'd be kind of building your list like as a counter to an opponent, and the whole point is, you know, you're trying to get like a general unified list. So yeah, I
That
think
involves pitting more models.
yes, and that is a weakness of mine, and maybe a couple of others as well. So,
But no, that's my army for today.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. Shall
We'll
we
start setting up.
Yeah, let's get the setup done.
I'm setting up my first unit. Cam set up the terrain.
Just 9 away from the centre line, I think it is on the
Yeah,
battle
so
plan.
it's 22. So it'll be.
so the battle plan that we're going to be running today is only the worthy. I think this is one of the newer ones. Yes, it is actually. Sorry, because it's part of Table 2 from the new GHB. It is a straight down the middle, you know, lengthways. As the players are, they're already kind of covering their own deployment zones. You have 4 objectives in basically kind of a diamond around the center. So you've got one in the center of each objective, and then one on the outskirts. Past that, scoring wise, you're looking at, you know, 1 for 1 objective. It's the standard 1 for 2, 1 for more than your opponent, and then 2 if you've got your battle tactic. Grand Strat is worth 3 at the end of the game. The normal stuff there, and the only thing I can't remember is what is the special part about this. And there's a Shrines of Conquest. So while a Galatian champion is within 6 inches of an objective, so that's just contesting an objective, which on the sky view you can kind of see those, you know, the see-through rings. That is the 6-inch objective range. So if you're touching, thank you very much, Dan. If you are touching those, you're going to be contesting it. If you are contesting it with a Galatian champion, just as a quick reminder, that is a character not mounted. It has to be a non-unique unit, so it's one of the generic ones, like say the Lord of Plagues or the Lord of Blights on Dan's army, or I think the Spirit Guardian on Cam's army. It has to be less than 10 wounds as well. So basically, it's unmounted, less than 10 wounds, and it can't be kind of a named character. That's all you really need to know for Galatian Champions. If you are contesting an objective, you're going to be, in addition, no more than one. This is where I realized that I don't know what the actual battle plan was.
What,
Terrible folk.
Oh, right, sorry, I've got it. Okay, so if you've got
It's
if
the
you've
same
got a
as ours.
Galatian champion on the objective, only Galatian champions can contest that objective. So if you get a little hero character onto it, it doesn't matter what else is around him unless there's other Galatian champions. And because all Galatian champions have the same general wound count, obviously 5 wounds is 2 models. You can't have more than 10 because then it wouldn't be a Galatian champion. So I mean, do either of the yous have Galatian champions with less than 5 wounds? I feel as though all of yous have.
Less than 5. I'm sure mine are 5 or more.
So I'll do a quick check, but basically what that means is if all of your Galatian champions are more than 5 wounds or more, they are all going to be equal in terms of contesting
All
objective.
mine are 5
Both
wounds.
of mine are 7.
Yeah, so that's fine. If one of you's had a 4 wound, like some, I think Skaven and
Or goblins.
goblins, they would count as 1 instead of 2.
All right.
So in that matchup, you would end up having one Galatian champion that is worth 2, and then one that's only worth 1. That makes sense.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's just to consider that, like, especially for this one, yous are fine, but in a matchup where you've got kind of the very low wound count Galatian champions, you would be at a disadvantage. Because then you would need 2 of your guys to contest the one
I
objective.
think we're on an even playing field
Yeah.
for that one, aren't we? Both got the same Galatian champions. Set up.
Oh, we should have been saying what we've been saying.
No, that's it. Well,
Oh,
And just one quick additional thing, because what I'd said at the end, there's a slight caveat to that. Only one Galatian champion from the same army can contest the same objective at a
Lord of
time.
Plagues there.
So in that actual mismatch, although it's not going to affect today, you wouldn't be allowed 2 of your low wound Galatian champions on one objective to try and even the fight,
yeah.
because only one champion can contest it at a time.
Oh, wait.
So actually, factions with Galatian champions with less than 5 wounds
Upper in this.
would not be able to control the objective. You'd have to take out the actual enemy champion. Just how it works. Yeah. So I mean, there are some that actually could be a way to explain why certain factions are underperforming in the current GHB.
It's certainly something we've been looking at actually for a video, particularly with Jordan, who is what I would say one of our more adept tactical players. So we've been looking at the new stats. Look at the little wink from the boy there. We've been looking at the new stats that have came out in the new the new Meta Watch. Obviously, it is the game. I can't quite see behind them. So if I do manage to get my review of them, but yeah, quite a heavy swing in the meta. It's like a lot of magic. Quite well, we're seeing Suns have fell as a Suns player. Suns have fell quite dramatically. We're struggling with what seems to be the champions now, and Z are really
Zinch Luminef King. I mean, at the moment, the whole point of this GHB is shooting attacks can't target Galatian champions if they're within an inch of, I think it's troops or, I don't think it even has to be battle line. I'll double check that.
Yeah.
But magic bypasses that. So if you've got any spells that will inflict multiple mortal wounds, you're actually able to still snipe Galatian champions, and obviously your champions are what's carrying all, like, half of the battle tactics are now based on your Galatian champions doing things.
Yep.
So if you're able to eliminate those champions, that's half your opponent's tactics gone.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be a big part of the meta moving forward is going to be trying to snipe out champions, preventing players from getting battle tactics. Kind of GI. It's going to really consider the winning list. Certainly, there's yeah. championship. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I think what we've also probably noticed, and I know this is kind of part of the actual video that we're wanting to do, but why not just quickly open discuss now? Because people might want to chip in when they look back at
We
this.
have the time.
Hopefully.
We
Yeah,
have the time.
I would happily take extra input on this, but we've noticed that say the Iron Jaws are doing quite poorly. We've noticed Soul Blight's doing quite poorly. I can't remember all the rest of them. I know 3 of them are orcs.
I was about to
just
say
insane.
we say Iron Jaws. It just generally seems that the poor Uruk factions are getting a bit done in at the minute, really,
But
aren't
not
they?
Bone Splitters.
Not bone splitters.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Bunga, bunga.
Yeah, Dan has his Bone Splitters on me.
Dan loves the younger
I'm
bungers.
gonna-
And I think the
Vanishing Phantasm.
kind of the point with this is that what you're seeing is that the Killy armies, your Sons of Behemoth, your Iron Jaws, which want to get in and do a lot of damage, yeah, they do very well on that part, but they're mobile armies. You don't have many Galatian champions, if at all, so you can't really get your tactics very easily.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Nail on the head there. Nail on the head. It looks like our players are pretty much there to go. Fellas, are you good to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
start.
Awesome. We'll look, boys. I'll get these turn counters, victory points, etc. sorted just as we get going.
Yeah.
Good luck, have fun, boys. Good luck, have fun.
So I'm going to use the ability Vanishing Phantasms for the army, where you get to remove up to 3 Nighthaunt Sunnable units on the battlefield and place them to one side in ambush as reserve units. Well, so I'm going to take one of my Galatian champions, other Galatian champion, and a unit of. They're going to go. Right. So we're rolling for first turn.
I've set up first. I'll get a.
Yes, you get.
Which I think I'll just take first turn because I'm gonna get boxed in if not.
Yeah.
I need to start fat running to these objectives.
Right.
So we'll do my turn 1. I'll quickly choose battles. I think I know what I'm gonna do anyways. I think I'm just gonna do desecrate their land. It will count. Sorry, I'll ask the commentators. Desecrate the lands. It can be half in the opponent's turn.
Desecrate the lands just has to be partially within your opponent's
right.
territory. Yeah.
Do I have to pick? I'll pick this terrain feature, desecrate the lands. So I'm going to try and control the terrain feature. Ooh. And then we'll start on my hero phase. Then turn 1. Right.
Problem at all.
So, spells. We only have spells in the Nurgle hero phase. Quite a simple one. The block. Oh, should we explain what I've set up first, or is it okay? Right. Sorry, it's a bit etchy. I'll just quickly explain. We got Blight Knights, Kings over here. Right, ready? We got a unit of 5 Blight Kings over here. 5 Blight Kings over here with the Lord of Blights at the front, ready to run forwards. We've got the Glock King, as you can clearly see, massive. The Lord of Plagues down here next to the big unit of 10 Blight Kings. Pretty simple. Cam, do you want to...
Yeah. I've got what I've got on the field is the Mongol over here, that Forge World model, a unit of 20 Chain Rasps, and then I've got 3 units of 5 Hex Wraiths, ADO, and a Spirit Host. With both my Galatian champions and
Right.
Underworld.
So we'll go on to my hero phase.
Yep.
Spells. We're going to cast Plague Squall with the Glock King. It's just disease points. Line of sight. Cast on a 9. I'm going to try and dispel it.
Yeah, I'll go and try and dispel it.
Nope. So there's ice. Well, on 7 dice and on a 6, I do a disease point in line of sight. I get 1. I will just put it on them up there. So I've got special dice.
Nice.
These sparkly dice for you.
Yep. Familiar with the disease points of death.
Oh yeah, I forgot I used to. Right, and then the second spell, I'm just going to do a Mystic Shield. Cast on a 12. Hey, Feeling it. Unless if you got.
I'll double check on Lady and Linda.
You
I would have
can
just
still
put
stop
that
it.
slightly shrunk,
Just whatever
but there
roll.
in the middle, because it's just
Got
that you haven't got
two
two of the-
spells.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
no pluses or anything to cast her out.
And then you won't be.
Yeah.
Fine.
Sorry.
So he's going to give Mystic Shield to. He'll just give it to him. And then we go on to movement. Bear with me. I'll double check the movement of the Glock King because I have no idea.
What are we expecting to see from the Nighthaunt player in response to what Dan's moving forward with?
Well, Dan is a snail right now. So Dan's going to move forward only 4 or 5 inches. He's going to get nowhere. He's going to run, probably roll a 2. He's going to get nowhere. He's going to just be out in the open, nowhere. And then Cam's going to go and just do what he wants. So really, the question is into what the response is going to be is whatever the hell he likes, because he has the whole field to play with. He gets to choose the engagements, basically. He has to be aware of the fact that Dan can charge in the Nighthaunt movement phase. So if Nighthaunt moves in within, I think it's 9 or 12, the Glotkin's ability allows him to charge with the Glotkin or another unit. So you might want to move in for the charge, but you also want to be careful not to move in too much. Yeah, but the thing is that you obviously Nighthaunt needs the charges for the debuffs. But if he gets a charge into one unit, so long as you haven't kind of messed up with your placement of everyone else, you could move in around and still get multiple debuffs onto that one unit that charged. Yeah. So like it's basically just don't have all of your units right next to each other because you might be able to tag 2 of them, and then that's 2 debuffs that you lose.
So just let everyone know this is the movement phase, and I'm running because I'm so slow.
Just to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my mic. I thought my mic was muted for a second. I thought.
I've
Just
got you,
to-
baby.
Yeah,
Don't you worry.
just to double check. Sorry, I probably did zone out because I was trying to read other stuff up. Heroic actions. Did you? Did you not do them?
I know. So quickly, I'll do a command point on him. Nope.
Command point.
Sorry.
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, that was very valuable.
Underwhelming,
Yeah,
shall we
yeah.
say?
Sorry,
Underwhelming.
I wrote down a sheet of everything I need to do. and
No,
I
it's fine.
forgot
It's fine.
the
I'm
one
gonna
thing.
try to keep you on track. If you do lose it a bit, but you'll be fine.
Pressure
Over
of the game.
here, you know what? We're just gonna shoot. Actually,
I think this is
we'll run.
interesting first turn scenario for the night. In a lot of our are playing and playing
Yep.
where are just getting first on charge. Change in terms of meta that
All the plagues is gonna run last.
There's a sick little bit of satisfaction in me watching Dan, who's been turn 1 charging for the last God knows how many weeks, not be able to do anything.
Yeah.
And that's all I can take from this game is that I'm getting a lot of joy out of seeing him suffer.
it's not that we're nasty
It's not
people,
fun.
folks. You know, it's
But yes, I mean, I still think that they're gonna weather the storm really well. 5 up ward is
Yeah,
plus
for
your,
sure.
your base saver say 4. I think is on a lot of the Nurgle.
Yep.
5 up ward, you're losing an extra third of the damage that goes through. Nighthaunt already don't punch very hard.
correct. Yeah.
They're relying on debuffs, but you can't adjust the ward. None
Yeah.
of the debuffs adjust the ward. The debuffs adjust the base save. So he's still gonna get a third reduction of all damage.
Yeah. That's exactly
Yeah.
it.
To let you know that's my.
Oh, that was the turn done?
Okay.
So I've ran up. The only thing that can shoot because he hasn't ran is the Glock King, but he's range 12.
So not gonna get anything. Okay.
I'm too far to charge, I think. So basically, we've got this objective, and this objective. We get 3. So we'll
Yes.
get a point for holding 1, a point for holding 2, and another point for holding more than Cam. And then I've got me objective, which is hold this. I'll get 5 points.
And just to check in, sorry, because this was what we touched on at the start of the game. Have you got any Glacian champions on any of those objectives?
Yes, so I've got one here and one here.
So,
So basically, the back one is currently open to be.
yes, but the other two, Cam could put his own Glacian champions on to tie it up, but otherwise Cam's actually going to need to lift off. And to be honest, that's what worries me here, because I think he's got all of the power and engagement, but now he has to actually take out two Glacian champions on the flanks, because otherwise he's not going to score half his points.
And it's something hit on, Joe, but, you know, unfortunately, Nighthaunt friend that they may be required to get gearing on. So, you know, it's going to be a very important for the Nighthaunt player, some important decisions. Whether he tries to clear those out now, or whether he maybe holds fire.
So Dan has forgotten to do the Wheel of Plague, whatever it's called. I just, as he pulled the book out, I was like, I know what he's doing. Okay,
so I've been playing goblins, and my mind is just to move. So also, just to let people know, I've got 5 disease points for this turn. I got, for being in my territory, no enemy, I got 4, and then 1 for the tree, I got 5.
Oh, so actually, it appears that both factions have forgot to do everything. So we're going to basically catch up on the Emerald Curse as well.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think about until I saw Cam's face of disappointment in himself.
Well, you know,
and then I was like, right, okay, we'll catch up.
It's one of them things. We're playing a friendly game here, John. You know,
I mean, this is the first one. You know, we haven't, like, this is the first formal streamed one. I think
that is true.
Pressure's on.
Pressure is on.
I was trying to go back.
Yeah.
The wheels on 4, which is the Plague of Misery, so only Nurgle heroes can use heroic actions. Can't use Rally or Inspire.
Oh, nice.
Just for turn 1.
Just a turn.
So no Rally or Inspire.
And no heroic actions.
And so he wouldn't have even got.
My models are green.
Okay.
Does that count as Nurgle?
No.
So now Cam, you're gonna roll Emerald Curse, I'm assuming.
Yes. So it's D3 plus 1 units that I get to pick in the enemy army to receive the Emerald Curse.
It wouldn't affect my turn.
No, we'll find out the end of battle round when the mortal wounds go off anyway, so it's the end of my turn when this kind of affects us. I'll pick them. D3 plus 1.
Only 2 units to get cursed.
I'm going to pick you 2
not the roll the
champions.
Yes, that makes
for
sense.
their job.
Yeah, so I'll put just a purple dice next to them.
Remember if you want.
No, so unfortunate rolling. However, 2, although it's the minimum, does allow him to infect both Glacian champions, which he's done so, which is actually probably strategically the most
very
thing.
good play.
Yeah, he needs them gone to be able to take the objectives back. So they've only got 7. They've only got 7 wounds. So even if he rolls the maximum number of mortal wounds, it'll still take him to turn 3 to shift them.
This is big.
We'll see.
Seven's a lot for D3 mortal wounds per turn, per battle round.
Plus 1 if it's a monster, which they're not.
They're not, yeah. I mean, the chaos, so they should all be monsters, but never mind.
And the last thing I need to do, because my turn's over, by the way, just before you start yours, the disease will go off on them. Happens at the end of the turn. So they've got 1 disease point, so I think I'll just roll a dice and it's got a 4, I believe. I'll just double on a 4. Chances of that? Yeah, they did 1 mortal wound.
Oh.
The disease point was applied to them by...
Plague Squall.
Oh, the spell.
Yes.
Did only get 1?
He only got 1.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
You need to roll a 6.
Oh, yes you do, don't you? Sorry. I was thinking of the line of sight.
The reason it is line of sight.
But, is it only 1 unit, though?
No, it's how many 6s? Roll 7 6.
Oh, okay, right. Sorry, I thought you rolled the number of dice for each unit, not roll the number of dice and then decide how many units.
You roll 7 dice because Nurgle, everything's
That's pretty
7.
good.
Everything in this book is goddamn 7.
But that plague point will stay on the unit.
Yeah, let's be.
Because okay. So it only goes back to what I remember that, and it goes up to a maximum of 7.
My grand strat is to have all of Cam's models left on the field at the end have disease points on them. Probably not the best, but I just like, it's gonna be. Let's just spread some love.
It is a meme.
Diseases.
How does a ghost get a disease? Question.
You know, these are the important questions that we need to ask ourselves in times like these. I agree.
Next video.
That's my next lore video. That's correct, Jordan.
It's admittedly better than when his goblins throw nets over them.
That is true. Netting a ghost is quite a thing.
Have you not seen Ghostbusters?
That is true.
I mean,
that is actually a very good point.
And in Ghostbusters, the one in the hotel, vomits on him, so he's obviously sick in some way.
Yeah.
So your ghost can get it. Ghostbusters has answered that whole.
Absolutely.
There you are.
There we go.
No video needed.
Cam has PTSD on his net. So back in the day
Yeah.
when he first started playing Warhammer, like my massive bloodthirst is going to attack this goblin. It was like little net.
God bless the goblin net.
Yep.
God bless.
Right.
So-
Anyway, so I believe that is everything we missed, and we do apologise. First time streaming, and then I think it's your turn now. Yes. Turn
Yes,
one.
I believe it. My turn 1. So, what am I going to do? Right, so I'll activate Lady Olinda's.
Should we do? Start the hero.
Yeah, start the hero phase.
Oh, yeah,
So
go for it.
we'll do the heroic.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
I'll go fish for a
It's
command
your
point.
turn. Take it.
Hey, I got it. So Lady
It
Olinda
is.
gets that.
Oh, you can't
Hey?
because of the week.
Oh, no!
the wheel.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
Wheel turns, Jordan. The wheel turns.
I'm gonna just do.
It does
command
keep
point.
rolling.
Nope. Then it's
So I am going to move my. No, I'm going to do some spells first. I'm not
Yeah.
used to magic armies. I started off playing Corn, so the whole hero phase thing kind of goes over my head sometimes. Right, so I'll do spells. Custom. Can she see them? Can.
yeah, she can't.
Yeah. Lady Olinda's going to cast Grief Stricken on hers, which is the spell from her War Scroll. Lady Olinda's incantations can cause a pall of misery and utter desolation to descend upon her enemies, that let their limbs feel leaden and their will is live sappened. So basically, she strikes a unit and they get really, really depressed. So it's a casting of 7 and a range of 18. Nice. So 7. Are you going to try and?
Yeah, I can stop 2 spells, so I'll try to stop it over here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
start.
nasty. Well, forget about that.
It's a big stop, Jordan. It's a big stop on the spell.
Oh no.
You need to
Casts
shut
2.
down this magic.
I'm going to cast
Um,
her second spell, which is the Spectral Tether spell. I'll just get the word.
Like blocking I normally fail all the spells, so for once he's like on par doing God's work.
So, Spectral Tether. Casting value of 4.
That's,
Oh,
that's
snake eyes.
We
that's
get the perils. Perils,
Oh,
Jordan.
no. Oh, no.
What are we gonna do here, boys?
I have absolutely skew-wifted on magic.
what happens when you fail?
Now, Jordan, could you guide us through the perils of the war,
So
please?
perils happens on an unmodified 2 for casting, so a double 1. What happens there is the spell instantly fails. That spellcaster can no longer cast spells for the rest of that hero phase, and they will take D3 mortal wounds. So
Oh.
it's not. It's. I mean, thankfully,
Oh.
pretty much every character will survive
Oh.
that. I can't think of any that would instantly die to
Not even a
1
goblin would.
perils.
Oh, but
Yeah.
Lady Linda, you kind of.
But she will suffer a couple of wounds. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
Right,
so you just hope for a low roll.
D3. Oh,
2 mortal wounds onto
You
the.
get your rewards.
Oh yes, you'd still get an award.
Can
hey?
you get your rewards?
Oh,
Get
more
2
wounds.
6-ups.
Please.
Does,
Oh.
does Lady O have the base 6-up ward, or does she have a slightly better ward?
Just 4-ups.
Oh,
So,
you've
so what
passed
did you
one
pass
there.
any there?
Past
Past
1,
one.
yeah.
Yeah,
it
so
just
what?
takes
There you
1
go.
wound. Nice.
Happy day.
Thank you, guys. Right, so that's that one.
Can't do anymore.
Yeah, so she only had 2 spells anyway, so it's not like I've got any more spells, and my other caster is not on the field. So she whiffed the translocate, whiffed everything else. She does still get a move of 8. I'm going to.
That your hero phase done.
That's my hero phase done. I've got a shooting phase for Lady O, but nobody's within 12.
Where you move first.
Yeah, so. Oh, you move first as well, don't you? You keep me right,
Don't
Dan.
worry, I'll keep you.
Been a couple of weeks since I've played. Hey? That'd fly.
He flies.
Well, I'm just saying it'll be a bit awkward. Then you can climb on top of. We
Right.
didn't justify, but
Bit awkward
Do you
for
want-
you.
well, you can do it if you want. Go for it.
That was my plan. That's why
Okay,
I've set up
yeah.
this way.
That's fine.
So I'll move them up there, much to Dan's dismay.
Right.
You can climb them, Age.
Yeah. No, you can climb.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. You
But
can
it's
climb.
just bad for you because you're not very good climbers.
I've got a gun.
I've got a Glock. I'll move
The
the
Glock
Spirit
King.
Host.
I mean, you know what? But there's one problem here, Dan, is that Lady O currently has the high ground,
But
and
I can
that's
spread
all that
disease
matters.
upwards.
You can spread disease upward, but he has the high ground, and that's
These are just
If
gonna
we've
we all
learned
know.
anything
Yeah.
from Star Wars,
Yeah.
Jordan,
Six.
you know, high ground.
I see one of these falling.
oh, it's perched.
Oh,
That spirit horse is going to drop at
To
one point, I can
perfection.
see it.
No. Believe, fellas.
I mean,
it's like
it,
the Lion King.
it flies.
Right. So,
I see that breaking like Paul's turn.
Get some bubble wrap. We'll create a little safety
I
net
do
for
not
the
want to
spirit
make
horse.
any more Spirit Hosts. I have got spares in this box, though. If that one breaks, we have.
Okay.
Will be good.
Now, you see,
Um,
we only talk about breaking models because in our first attempt, as you may be able to see to my left,
Yeah.
we had a bit of an accident, Jordan, didn't we? Our shelving structure gave way, and a rather large model perished.
Yeah.
It would have been alright, but a 40k book landed bam on top of it.
Yeah.
The rule book, if you haven't seen it, it's huge.
It was a series of unfortunate events. I borrowed the 40k rulebook to read up because we are eventually planning on playing 40k in the future, and I've decided to bring it back, thinking, okay, I'll return it. I've read some of it, put it on the top of the shelf. Paul, our Flesh Eater court player,
yeah.
came in and brought his Terrorgeist, the leader one. I can't remember what they call it. Something on
Correct.
Terrorgeist.
Yep, it's a Terrorgeist.
Put it on the top of the shelf. The shelf is a very rackety shelf, and it basically gave way. Terrorgeist landed. I'm going to say possibly safely. I don't know.
I mean, there was a little bit of damage, but I won't
And then-
lie, Jordan.
And then the book was just it was
finished it
a
off.
tombstone. It was basically it was the Terrorgeist tombstone. That 40k book. The whole Terrorgeist smashed to bits. There was gravel all over the place. Not gravel, like slate, because it had like slate for the
the
basing.
basing was beautiful.
Yeah,
Was.
it was beautiful. And now he's Paul's not. That's actually, we've got Paul in tomorrow playing Beasts of Chaos, and he's playing Beasts of Chaos. I'm pretty sure because he does not want to have to build that Terrorgeist yet because of how soul crushing it was last week. So I think we actually broke Paul.
Paul, if you're watching, I'm really sorry.
But
What can you do? What can you do? What can you
the
do?
fates have meant that we get to see the new Beasts of Chaos.
That is true.
Yeah. So
No, new Battletome.
I'm
They're
not
doing very
saying
well.
I'm not saying it was destined, but I'm saying it's kind of working out for at least
It
us.
has. It certainly has.
Just not for Paul.
Yeah, poor
Yeah.
Paul. I mean, if nothing else, Paul likes building models. He likes a challenge, and that, I won't lie to you folks, is going to certainly be
Yeah, I don't think any of
There's a bit
those
of
pieces
dust.
were
a bit of dust.
recognizable.
Right, so I've just moved my Mongol up. He moves a nice 12 when he's not hurt, which is lovely. I'm going to move him up to there. I'm going to move these chain rasps on this. Right, and for the remainder of my units, all gone to, because they are hex wraiths, they are going to zoom across the board. They have a 12-inch move, and they can do a thing called an phantasmal advance. At the start of the movement phase, you can say this will perform a phantasmal advance. If you do so, you double the unit's move characteristic until the end of that phase, but the unit cannot charge in the same turn. Basically, I'm just going to double these units to 24. I'm then going to run each one of them, which would add onto their move. Anybody knows the clarification for that rule? If I run with these units, does that double as well, or does it remain single dice? We seem to believe that it does double. But if anybody has a kind of another opinion on that, please comment below and just let us know.
So interpretation that we've taken is the run roll adds to the movement characteristic, so that becomes the movement. So we've played it as if he runs and he does I can't remember what the ability's called.
Phantasmal advance.
Phantasmal advance. He would get, in effect, it would be the run rule doubled. But then there's also some schools of thought that it wouldn't be the run rule doubled, it would be 2d6 on the run rule instead. So it's a very weird one, whether it works like that or not.
Does need that like clarification really there, doesn't it? It benefit from certainly.
Technically, if you're doubling the move characteristic, it's double just the move characteristic on the war scroll. The run rule will be added onto that.
Correct.
But then you've got to consider if it does double the run, does it double the run in the sense that you roll 1 dice and double it, or do you roll 2d6? Because technically the run is a d6, so it would be 2d6 to double it. So I don't know where we stand with that.
It comes down to the wording again. I think it's the way with a lot of these, and unfortunately we need FAQ. Certainly clarify some of what is being stated within these rules, because there's so many.
Yeah, that's exactly where I want them.
What it actually goes off first, for example. You know, there are a lot of these things that
guys are going to do the same.
Yeah.
Nice. So
what?
What's the 16?
yeah, so I got
16.
Double 16.
32. Quick maths.
no, it'll be 2
No.
18s.
Oh, 218, sorry.
Oh, 218's 36.
Yeah, I was right.
Oh,
I have to
It's
do
too early for me to do.
I have
Fair, I
to do
don't even
I have to
need
do lots of
all of
day-to-day
that,
maths,
so
so it's
if
fine.
you
Yeah,
can
you've got to
see-
be 3 away from. You probably could just squeeze behind.
Just to give people an idea, though, that's how much movement these horses now have, and they fly. So I'm going to... can I block that tree if I stand near it?
It basically stops me getting 1 disease point, but you will get the chance of you getting a disease point. But it'll stop me getting points to summon. I want to do that.
Yeah, I'll just move this one up to
Only 1 point I get.
around that.
Yep. Just where about?
Behind
Oh,
the tree.
here. Oh, the tree.
The tree.
Sorry.
That's all right.
It might only be a 1 point reduction, but it is still something that you're gonna have to deal with if you want to.
Well, the way I'm thinking about it is they're only 170 points.
Yeah.
Something that's worth more than 170 points with one of the disease points already kind
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we already
worth
know that he's gonna. Well, I already know what he's gonna summon in because I've discussed this with him before. So I'm gonna double check actually how many points it's worth. So you just carry on. Sorry.
Oh no. Bit unclean one, isn't it? Oh,
I don't even know if you can. Can you summon
can.
a great and a clean one? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think my list could. You would have to build a list around summon.
Fair.
I get you. Right, so that's the end of the movement phase. I'm leaving these hex rips as are. Going to use.
So I think I'm going to use a command point to charge, because why not? So I'm just double checking right now. What are the rules to move up terrain when you can't fly? Is it just you measure upwards and take away that off your move? I'm thinking.
Yes, you do. So
So they're 2 inches.
the way that I remember it is when you're trying to get over an obstacle,
How big?
you measure up to the obstacle. If say the obstacle's 2 inches high, you would then have to travel up 2 inches and then travel down 2 inches to get up
that
over
makes
the
sense,
obstacle.
you
Yeah.
know.
So in the same way, if you're trying to climb up, all you're trying to do is go up that vertical space. It's the same number of inches.
I think charging's the only chance I've got to get up one of these, because I've got 4 movements. So
Yeah, you're gonna need a good
so
good
yeah, I'm
roll.
gonna
Oh,
let the
God.
block king.
It's gonna be tough.
The high ground's really bad
Yeah,
for
man.
Nurgle, actually.
I'm gonna double check
This
the
is
rule.
gonna be
if
rough.
I have to pick. Sorry, bear with me. I'll just double checking if I have to make another.
Okay.
So, just while we're waiting on this, Gordon,
I'm attempting
in terms of the counter charge that Dan's looking for, do we think that this is the best play he can make?
I mean,
It's the end of my movement phase. Charge.
if you've took the Glockkin,
I'm
You
gonna.
might as well charge with it.
yeah.
Whilst I'm
Yeah.
here,
Because otherwise
Oh,
you might as
summon
well
in the
just took a
units that
great and
have
clean
the
one.
That's
underworld.
very true.
would
At the end of mine.
which one would happen?
Oh, sorry. Go on.
End of the movement phase. We've both got stuff. He summons and I charge.
It's whose turn is it?
Comes.
So he would get to pick the order.
Oh, which... so he can pick himself and right. It says a unit within 12, but he's a war master. So
If it's on the war scroll written as 12, it's just 12.
12, cool.
Yeah, the 18 is only for like command actions.
Right. He has to pick another unit, so he's going to pick the unit next to him, but it doesn't say that I have to charge. So Glock King's going to attempt to charge here.
Nice.
Well, so he's just going to jump and try to cut this back.
Can't I move it? No,
No.
because he's charging in.
It's his special rule.
Yeah, no, that's it.
And I'm not going to try to attempt to charge with them. Like, it just says you can. So I don't think they could. I'll roll the dice.
Nice. So for putting
Down to 1, come on.
my guys back down, I am going to pop him there on that objective. Pop him up there.
Oh,
Lady Olinda on the rickety heights.
Now, just to quickly check, because you're popping them, they're coming in from the skies and that. Yeah, this is like, but you have to be outside of 9 inches, I believe.
yes, you do.
Oh, yes.
So
I do.
your
have-
guy on the far right
Would
will
the
probably
vertical count?
No,
no, it'll have to be 9 horizontal.
9
So
horizontal.
your guy on the far both of them currently will be too close.
Yeah, no,
But
that's
you
good.
can probably shuffle
Put him
the
at
the spirit spirit
Yeah.
guardian.
Put the back.
Yeah, that'll work. And then the other guy, that might be a bit tough. You'll have to have a look at that. Because even if you put him all the way back around the other side, you've got to remember that there is the other unit. So you can try and get
Yeah.
him to touch it, maybe. But then you're gonna have to measure your 9 straight across, and I think it's gonna be too close. From a top down, you
Close.
might. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that from both
could-
units.
could just
touch it, but
Have you
that
checked
looks-
9? Have you checked the sky down view from both units?
looks alright for me. Yeah. That's. I just lift Lady Olinda
of
up.
course you can.
Actually, I've got the full top down view, so if you get it in place,
Yeah,
I can tell you.
That's in place.
Push it a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks.
Yeah, the I think you can probably go with that. Whether that 9-inch rule goes through the spirit hosts and then touches the rasps on the outside there, I couldn't be sure.
It looks fine with me.
Yeah, if you are happy with it, just proceed.
Oh. Here you go. It won't affect the objective because only affecting the.
So you won't flip it because
So
of
because we've both got sub command,
Yeah.
ties them. That means that I can't score it yet. I get ready.
yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, because you at the moment, Dan, you control those objectives, and the only thing that matters is Galatian champions. So he can't outmuscle you.
Yeah.
The only time that you would have been able to outmuscle him is if he had his gits and they were 4-wound models, and then you could outmuscle him with one of yours, but it doesn't work for this matchup.
Yep, he's just going to lift the veil. So Lady Olinda has a shooting ability kind of thing. Says at the start of your shooting phase, you can pick one enemy unit within 12 and roll a dice, and a 2 up. That unit suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the roll. Add 1 if the number of mortal wounds the target suffers is if it's terrified. So if there's anything within 3 of it, which is, and you can heal wounds allocated for each enemy model that was slain with it as well. So I'm gonna go with that sub commander that's just down below from that.
It's an ability, so you'll be able to target him more.
Yeah. Because you pick one
So,
enemy unit within 12, roll a dice. Yeah.
Yes. What was the question?
you can. It's a shooting ability, not because on like sub commanders within one of a unit target it, because ability you can.
Yeah, that'd be right. So
Yeah.
if it was a shooting attack, like a missile weapon,
Yep.
then you wouldn't be able to do it. But if it's an actual ability and it's written in that way, I would say that the war
Oh,
scroll.
so
Says at the start of the shooting phase.
Yeah, the
It's
war
like
scroll
I'm just
overrules it.
clarifying rules
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, but it's a new
But-
season. It's good though. I like the way it kind of changes the game up a lot when you get a new season. Got a lot of more things to think about where you're like, oh, those like worded abilities that you
Yeah.
thought were okay before become a lot better in like kind of new season when
Yes.
things
Yeah,
happen. So
Definitely.
in a stage like this, I didn't even realise that would happen. But now I'm like, hey, I'm bringing Lady Olinda for the rest of this season.
Yeah, go for
So she picks a enemy unit within 1, she rolls a dice, and a 2 up, you suffer a number of mortal wounds equal to the roll. So,
Oh,
2.
2.
So she suffers 2 mortal wounds on that.
Because that's me, Lord of Blight. He's got Folk Ward because of his artifact.
Yep.
Oh, does
that-
he melt? That's 2 mortal.
Nice.
That would be the general as well.
Yes, the
so,
general.
so that's general with 2 mortal wounds. He's cursed. He's going to take a couple extra.
Hopefully, I start rolling better soon.
I
think
mean,
that's the thing with this army.
that is a command trait and an artifact and possibly.
Oh, you
Has he got Tunnel Master
That's
as
all
well?
my shooting, yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, so you've got free equipments on the one
Don't
guy.
remind me.
So I will charging. We go to the charge phase. That's all my shooting done. I'm going to charge this Mongol into Blight Kings over there.
Yep.
Oh, charges on a 10. Which ability was that again, John? Do you?
I could not tell you, but I tell you what. You carry on and you work out the charges, and I'll tell you what to do. Yeah, I'll do that. Go on. I'll be referee here.
So
He's a good boy, this Joe. He's a good boy.
he's a good one.
He's a good one.
Just
He's a
love
good one.
reading.
And then back here, I am going to just wait that out. Am I right in thinking if I can get rid of that Galatian champion, won't control the objective anymore?
Yes.
Right, cool. So it's all riding on him getting a bit.
There's
bruised.
one there as well.
Yeah, but I always charge the Mongol into heroes and monsters, but then it's kind of not his role. If he charges a unit and if he kills something, he hits. So I generally tend to drive him into more of the chaff units now, and then just like kind of hold them up. 300 points. So he's very, very overcosted for what he does. But I love the model. Model love. Gotta believe.
So just to quickly way back in, the 10 on the charge was strike last, petrify.
Yep, so the strike last.
What was your battle tactic this turn?
This turn. Ooh,
Oh.
that's a good question.
Did you do a battle tactic?
I
Did you just rush through?
We did. We rushed through.
Did you just do
yet
heroic
again.
actions at least?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so
I'll,
we're halfway
Can I
there.
put desecrate their lands?
You can do that.
First one
Yeah.
that you did as well. So if I control an objective in your territory,
Just a terrain feature?
just
Yeah.
terrain feature.
Terrain feature
Oh,
within
right,
so
so
you
you
could
can
have
3
just picked
inches.
that and then...
Yeah, I'll just pick the same as Dan. just
Yep,
to
so
keep it
desecrate
easy.
their
We are
lands, totally
sorry,
fine.
people.
It's okay, it's okay.
We are learning.
You are all excited.
But
Just trying to move fast.
no, that's it.
Cameras on.
We have done a few test runs to clarify where the matches took a very, very long time. So we're trying to kind of streamline them a little bit to make people a little bit more watchable for everyone. So that's probably why what you think, oh, they're rushing through a bit. It's because kind of trying to get that balance right at the minute.
Yeah.
Difficult to film one of these things. Though they're great games, they're kind of format.
Yeah, early draft, I think me and Dano played 2 that didn't make
I've
it to air.
recorded 3
Yeah.
games for Tom. All of them have never seen the light of day.
Yeah, and he played
2 of them
terribly on
I
all of them.
absolutely did amazingly.
No,
on.
he played terribly on all
Yeah.
of them.
And they were 3-4 hour games, one of them though, so you got to
Oh,
be
yeah,
very
that
you got to
was
be very careful
like
on
the first time
overrunning.
he's-
So, quickly get ourselves back on track. We've got desecrate their lands as the battle tactic. You've currently done charges. You've got strike last.
Which
In
going to help him because now he can attack with both his units before me.
Yep.
And is there any other charges to make?
I probably could, but if I'm honest, I'm going to leave it as it is because I think I always try and charge in with Nighthaunt. I think the most important thing is to kind of play to my advantage. If I've got the movability on him, he's slow. You're going to have to come to me. So
Seeing an evolutioning.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I am so used to seeing
And
the
becoming
full
so-
send Nighthaunt.
Full send night.
That gets unfortunately withered down after 2-3 turns.
But it's an
It's just
entertaining game.
hard habits of being a corn player, kind
Yeah.
of die hard. Me, the army that I play is Sons of Behemoth, like Tom, so we are very much Unga Bunga boys who
It's
like to
great.
run in and
We
just
like to
smash
Unga
things
Bunga.
over
Hey,
the head.
Corn Book, new one this year, I'm pretty sure.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty hyped for that. Hyped for that. I've definitely looked at my old models that haven't got any paint on them and thought they're gonna get some love soon when they're close at the boot coming out. But we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it.
Oh.
So what was I gonna do? Charging. I've already charged.
You've
That's
charged
all me
them 2
charging.
units,
Yep.
so
So
normal.
I'll fight with them hex wraiths before they get
Yeah.
obliterated.
Makes sense.
Try and get some wounds off on you later. So the hex wraiths got spectral sides.
Oh, what was the hex race charge value?
I charged.
Oh, you
Yeah,
charged
so
them.
so they didn't get the buff because they got charged in my phase.
So just to quickly check, you don't want to commit the chain rasps in while you've got the strike last.
What for here?
Yes.
No.
That's okay. Just
Yeah.
because
Again,
you've obviously you've put
It's-
on the strike last. I thought I'd double check that.
yeah.
I will clarify that's a smart move because I've got my sub commander there. I would fight with him, and then he would make that unit fight at the same time.
Right.
Stop
Okay.
him strike last.
Got you.
So what would be?
That's fair.
Yeah. But again, trying to play to my army strengths of I have the high ground. I reckon you'll have to come to me.
Stop making me climb.
Don't try it. But fight with the hex wraiths first.
There's
So
me
it's 3
chance of
attacks on the
getting up
unit.
I mean, you could roll a 12.
there. Yeah, but like movement possible.
Oh no, you can't. You've got to make a good
Yeah.
charge. You're just gonna have to commit more
I
command
get the
points to the
chance
charge.
general right there.
Front one.
Yep,
Leader's not in. Could pile in, but I don't think I'm going to get any close.
Could skirt around a bit if you wanted. Yeah, you don't have queens to worry about.
Will I not?
No, because you only
Well, I'll just leave it then.
you could go right over there and like skirt.
To be
them
honest,
on in.
I'm not expecting them to kill the Glockling anyway.
It's probably worth it again.
Hey?
It's probably worth it. Could do that over there.
Thank you. I was about to say Jammin. Jamin. Thank you, Waffle. We're gonna see if we can adjust that dice count, see get it a little bit more clearer for people. We are in the discovery
comments.
stage. We've been told that there's a bit like too much light shining in on the dice tray, so it's a bit hard to work out what the dice are.
Right.
So we're just gonna play around with that for a little bit, try and change bits.
Oh. Well,
Yes, so
yeah, I'm just attacking in with them. Sorry.
how many attacks I got each?
Got 2 attacks each. The leader has 2 and 3 dice for the leader. That's 3s and 3s. All hit. 6s. Right
1,
on.
6.
Rifle touch gets me auto wounds pretty much.
Change out dice tray.
No, I've just had an idea actually for the dice tray. So what I've noticed is we have a little dog collar in the corner. So put it. What we're gonna do is
We've gotta roll
I'm
the
thinking
dice,
put
though.
it. Hold on. Well, I'll put this on the other angle just to
I
see.
can't roll dice through that.
So no, not like that. I mean like hang the dog collar from the mount if we can somehow.
Like it's too much effort.
No, okay, never mind.
We change to the black one.
Diana Jones it. Right, so it's 3s and 3s. I've already done the first hit, so it's wound 3s. That's an auto wound as well.
Auto.
So that fails. That
Good rolling.
fails. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice at -1.
Yes.
-1 rend. The Glot King. Oh.
So he's already got Mystic Shield, so that cancels out the +1.
Yep.
So it's just 4s. Did you include the auto one as well?
Yes, I did. Yes. What about it at the end?
Ooh, that's a few misses. 4, so half and half. 4 wounds, but he gets disgusting resilience.
Yep. Mind us what Disgusting Resilience does again?
It gives him a 5-up ward. Excellent. Yep.
This is going to hurt.
I'm not doing it well. Right,
Oh.
3 wounds, the Glot King.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Not bad. You got your horses as well?
Yes, the horse's hooves go off as well. So for the horse's hooves and teeth, got 2 attacks each, so it's just 5. 4s and 4s this time. Best,
Looking is
but
good.
not doing as good.
Oof.
Oh, so 2 go through, no rend.
So there'll be 3 ups because Mystical Shield.
Yep.
And I fail 1. How much damage? 1?
1, yeah, just 1 damage, mate.
4. I get.
Nice, nice. And that's that combat. I'll move on to the Mongol.
Yep.
And then we'll just get all yours sorted out, my mate, and it'll be the end of the battle round.
I
So
think what I'm going to do here is just use All Out Defense.
right.
Right,
I
you know,
use all out attack.
You can do.
Yes, I think I'll use all out attack, which gives me what was it again, Dan?
+1 to hit.
+1 to hit, yeah. So his Nightmare's Claws, he gets 8 attacks when he starts off. No wounds suffered. Eight attacks, +1 to hit, so he'll be hitting on 2s now, because it was 3s to hit. Hitting on 2s. There. So 4 go through. At -1, my friend.
So, because All Out Defense, it's back to normal. So 4 ups.
Yep.
1
Oh,
goes
nice.
through.
1 goes through, and that's 2 damage. Nice. Nice. Very, very scary, them Blight Kings. They're hard to kill. Is that a total of 1 wound? Yeah.
Is that all of his attacks?
That is all of his attacks, yep. So, yeah. Oh, you meant to subtract 1 for hit rolls made by enemy units when they were within 6. Yeah, so
I've got
-1
hit.
hit.
Right, so I'll do my attacks
This is
then.
a ghastly apparition.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Right.
Yep.
My attacks. We have. Right, we'll start with the Glock King because why not?
Yep.
He has 3 wounds, so he's still on his top profile. His tentacle attack first. 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s. Are you doing anything like All Out Defense?
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it. But I'm just going to have to remember this game to use my Healy abilities because I never do. I always forget to bring units back and stuff, and I've got quite a lot in the army, so I'm going to let you have it.
Right.
What's our key Nighthaunt player today?
Oh,
Discorporate.
There it is, folks.
I'm assuming that was it.
There it is,
Yeah,
folks.
that
I
that
don't
was
know
it.
what that means.
that's 6. So
Yeah,
it's
I know what it
pretty
means. I'm
much-
just annoying Jordan.
So do you want to use it now? Or...
Yeah,
Either
well,
of us-
I tell you what,
either-
I'll discorporate.
Yay! Progress. Gotta remember that
He forgets
discorporate.
this rule a lot.
Yeah, so discorporate. Cam never uses it, but it is your equivalent of all out defense because
Yeah.
you don't get all out defense, but you can improve your ward by 1, which means you're reducing damage by like 20%, just under 20. So it is pretty damn good.
All hits, wounds. Oof. It's on a 2 though. Wounds on a 2. That's 3 wounds at minus. Oh, it doesn't matter. When...
3 rooms at -2.
So just 3 saves.
3 saves. So that regular saves. Sorry, I'll just get their war scroll back up. The regular saves are 4 ups. So 4 ups. 2 save. And then 1 5 up, yeah?
Yeah.
Because they're discorporated. Hey! Yeah,
Oh,
The
it's,
Discorporate works,
it's 3
folks.
damage.
It
sorry.
works, folks.
hey?
Damage.
Alright, so another
Should
2.
be the-
One of them gets through.
Just 1 wound.
I'll take that. 1 wound on these hex wraiths here.
Right, we're going to his to the maw of the beast now. I'm skipping the beginning of this title. Oh my god. Well, there's 3 misses, 3 2s. Yikes.
Right. Cool.
Oh wait, did I use a... Sorry, I was just wondering if I used any command abilities, but I didn't. So last ability is just the scythe. Can't believe I flipped that one. It hits on a 3, so 1 miss. Wounds on a 3. So that's just 1 save at minus. Well, you do.
Yep, so 1 save on my X-Wraiths again. Oh no!
That's D3 damage.
3.
1.
Nice, so it's 1. 5 up, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Got it.
Cool.
They're fine.
Ouch. That did not go well. That's all of his attacks. So we go on to the Blight Kings.
Yep.
Pile these in. Gonna get 6 in.
There's a crafty attempt to get the focus on the camera a little bit better here. That might work, John. I think that might. Oh no, our overhead battery needs replacing. Let me get that sorted for us. Real quick.
Alright, so we're just going to quickly replace the overhead battery. That does seem to have dropped. Which should only take a moment. Dice cam, we've got an idea. I think it doesn't seem to be the light that's causing the problem with the dice cam. It actually looks like it's just a focus issue. So we're going to try to use a Great Unclean One model and keep that just in view of the dice cam. And hopefully that should kind of keep it zeroed in. Might need to be raised. We'll see what we can do. I'm just going to go to that angle, obviously. I'll have a quick look.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, you can keep going.
Right, so the Blight Kings, I only get 6 of them in, but they've each got 5 attacks. It's pretty scary. So we got 3s and 3s. Actually, no. Yeah, it seems like a very good roll.
It is. It's a nice roll, that.
Which
So,
is,
was this the
6s
6s inflict disease points?
disease points, yeah.
Oh no!
So he
All
has
6s to hit on every weapon inflict disease points too.
1, 2, 6 disease points go to Mongol. That's a lot of model wounds potential.
I have to get some of them dice for them green dice done.
Old Amazon. 3s again.
Ye old Basil.
But again, that's 13 saves.
Oh no!
All at 1 damage.
All at 1 damage on the Mongol. Check me up again because his war scroll's not in the book.
Can I just check, who did Discorporate before?
Them. And the Glock King did 1 wound to
Oh, that sucks.
not because of like Discorporate
Oh, because of Discorporate.
and saves.
Yeah.
I did fluff his jaw attack, which
Oh, 13 4-ups.
Oh, it's looking good.
That's not bad. That's not bad. So we've got a couple of 3s, a couple of... I'll take them out. These are the fails. 4-ups, yeah. 3 fails. That's nice.
And what was that? Was that 13 saves?
13 saves.
Yeah.
3 of them failed. And then I get my
Jesus.
Wow.
6-ups. So no, none of the 6-ups go through. So it's
3.
1 damage a pop.
Yeah.
Just takes 3 damage. Yeah, boy.
Well, that was an uneventful combat phase.
But a lot of disease points transferred.
They used to hit a lot harder.
I
Like Kings.
guess.
I think they've been made more sturdy, and they do a bit less damage now. But I think it suits them more, if you know what I mean. You can imagine them being slow and taking a lot of damage and not being able to like do much back.
It's the Nurgle
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Yeah, it
that's for
does.
sure.
Yeah, the new book definitely Nurgle's very like if it is very Nurgly book. Like slow moving is what you want. And,
Yeah.
like
Nice and
siege
thematic.
points. Yeah, the old book was wacky. And just let you know as well, they would have got a disease point for me to start with.
No, that's fine. That's totally understandable.
Is that everything then?
Yes.
So I don't think I don't think anyone has battle shock. So it's just straight on the disease points.
Yep.
Yep.
Unless
And
you have
then-
any other ghost stuff.
And
Then
when-
Emerald Curse.
then the
goes
Emerald
off as
Curse.
Well. Haha.
Right,
It's quite helpful that both the Emerald Curse and disease points seem to be happening
Same time.
at the same time. Does the disease points at the end of each turn, Dan?
end
So
of the
it's
battle
yours.
shock.
And the battle round.
Well, that's by each turn.
Yeah, and yeah.
Whereas
Mine the end of the
your
battle round.
Emerald is
forward.
just the end of the battle round. Okay.
Good, I'll take that. So I think yours would go off first because you're battle shock.
Sorry, I'm just checking something.
So, Jordan, give us a quick little breakdown of what we've seen so far. Who's looking in us right now?
Well, it's. I think coming into this, it was a case of once Nurgle gets on the points, Nighthaunt have to give a bit of space, slowly wither them away, and then hopefully turn it around. So it was going to be probably if Nurgle get on the point, which they have, turn 3, turn 4 onwards, Nighthaunt really need to pull it out. Now we've got Nurgle in a good position. They've got Glacian champions on both objectives. Those champions are both cursed, so they will be taking a couple of mortal wounds, which we'll find out shortly. The disease points, quite a few of them onto the Morngul, which
4 disease points, 4 mortal wounds.
have just done 4 mortal wounds to the Morngul, who was already wounded for 3, I believe. So he's only got a couple left.
The 4.
So the Morngul is in
Three.
trouble now.
3.
If he gets to kill a model, I mean, did the Morngul lift a model or not?
No, he did a wound.
He did a okay. If the Morngul
an
managed
one.
to lift the model, he would have healed. I think.
This is like both of our armies just hit each other and just
Yeah.
like, eh.
So did the Morngul not get any 6s to hit?
Got one.
Which is, and then that you roll mortal wounds. Did you do that?
It
what,
is,
sorry?
The Mongol does mortal wounds on 6s, doesn't it?
Yes, it does 2 mortal wounds and that attack sequence ends, but it didn't get any.
Oh, that is really unfortunate.
or was
Never
it?
mind.
It was them who got.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Ignore. That's
Someone
okay.
got a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was the disease point roll done. So the Mongols now back to 1 disease point, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, everything goes back down to 1, so we got 1 disease point on them. And it
And
goes on to
Emerald-
Emerald Curse and then
Emerald
turn?
Curse, Emerald Curse,
Emerald
scoring.
Curse.
That's it.
I'll roll for that leader over there. It's just D3 mortal wounds. At the end of the
It's
battle
on a
round.
2 up.
On a 2 up, yeah. So
Yep.
2.
Saw that one. Oh,
So you
sorry.
get 3 mortal wounds.
On the
Big
general.
roll,
Yeah,
Jordan. That's a big
4.
roll.
Oh,
Oh,
like to
He
say.
passed it all. It's,
Nice.
it's a bigger roll.
Nice.
Now, yes.
So
I'll
the other.
rewind my words.
The
So
other
on a
one?
2 up.
Yep.
Yep. D3.
Oh, if you
2.
got that the other way around.
No, no.
So it's just 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a 5 up. Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, Emerald Curse is going to struggle against a 4 up
Strong
ward.
Yeah, some strong warps here.
Yeah, I think it beats me on the ward front.
It's a
That's one
5
thing
up
I usually
army
am
wide.
quite-
It's a 5 up army wide, 4 up on the general. You're a 6 up and only 5 up in combat phase when you discorporate, and that's it.
And
It's
the
quite
general
tough.
is 4 up.
Oh, yeah, Lady
But
was 4 up. Yeah.
It's like, it's one of them where it's like, I'll take it, but
We roll off a turn then?
I think the
Well,
big thing,
scoring would
Oh,
be helpful.
Yes, sorry.
big thing I
not
think
my-
is the rend. Nighthaunt kind of counteracts that a little bit. So, yeah, our saves aren't as good, but flat out ignore.
So, Cam, what objectives have you got? You've
Right.
got home.
Home, I think?
Yep.
Do I cap the... Oh?
So,
Then quit drawing on everything else.
Yeah, because then
Because-
I have to kill...
Because
champion.
I've got my champion and he's got 1 there. I've got 1 and he's got 1 there. Yeah, I've got a monster. He's got 5 models, but a monster counts as 5, I believe.
yes,
withdrawing
but
on
how
everything.
many wounds are the hex race? Are there 3?
2.
2. Oh, okay, then yes. So you'd be drawing. So Dan would still have 3 objectives.
Yeah.
You need to kill the Galatian champions to flip them,
Yeah.
and the other one, you need one more model on that back objective with the Glotkin to take it off them.
Yeah.
That's got me sorry.
Yeah. So at the moment, you'd be scoring 1 for home objective, and you'd be scoring 2 for battle tactic of desecrate their lands.
Right.
Which did you pick the faction train piece for the desecrate?
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
gets that.
So you'd be scoring 3 points
3 points in
for
total.
Nighthaunt.
He didn't pick
So
the faction. Sorry, he picked the block, but
Oh yes, okay, yes, he does still get it. Sorry. And then the only other thing outside of that is
We have a new chat. We have a new chatter.
have a
Hello,
new
Helen.
chat.
We have a Helen Wade.
hello.
Hi, Mum.
Give your mum a nice wave to the camera. Atta boy. We'll look after him, Helen. Don't you worry. We'll look after him. In safe hands. For the most part.
he's only going to get lightly bullied. It's fine.
Bully. We don't bully Joe. We only love.
Oh, I meant his
Oh,
army.
on the army.
Yeah, I
alright,
meant his
okay,
army.
yeah.
Of course.
I'll do you proud, Mama.
Yeah, so I think that comes to it. Oh, we didn't update the
didn't
command
get
points
the-
when he used them.
We didn't. I'm
But
sorry.
that's,
I'm
that's
sorry.
fine, because only one, I think, was used
Correct.
all of the first battle round.
It was
What's
the
this?
Discorporate.
We only had one battle command point used the whole round.
Only a single
I
Discorporate.
used all mine.
I used one, but we just didn't track it.
Well, that's it.
It's us. We've not tracked it. We carry on.
Did you
It's
track mine for?
the Discorporate. It didn't get adjusted, but I knew in my head that it
He
was.
did
done.
all
We were
out.
keeping an
He
eye.
did all out attack as well.
He did all attack. Oh, we would have been on 0. We need to be better on the command point
My
tracking.
fault.
It's fine.
We'll yell it out.
Yeah,
next
it's
time.
fine. Yeah.
Right, should we roll off a turn?
Good to
Listen
see you,
anything
Helen.
else?
Thanks for stopping by.
I get it.
Two, Cam gets it. Oof, the double turn.
Well, does he
Nice.
want the double turn?
That is the question.
Yeah, I got it. So
You get to choose to defer it if you don't want it.
I think I want it.
You want it? That's fine.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it.
So Nighthaunt will go to 2 command points, and Nurgle will go to 3.
Um,
And Nurgle's plague wheel
Wheel will move. Thank
turns
you.
around.
So it moves to. Nauseous. What's this?
That's fast because I can't even remember what the word
I
is.
can't. I'm dyslexic, folks.
Nauseous revulsion.
Ah.
If you just want to explain what
Yes.
that is going to
So
do.
subtract 1 from charge rolls from anyone that isn't Nurgle by 1, and you can't pile in if you're not Nurgle.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's something like you can't pile in closer. You can shuffle, but you can't get closer than you were when the combat started.
Yeah.
So, like, if say he was
Yeah,
all in
but-
base contact with the front row can shuffle along because they're not getting closer. They're
Yeah.
already there.
Can't close.
If you're like an inch away, then you're gonna have to stay an inch away. It just means that it's gonna be harder to like fight in multiple ranks.
That's a
But
good one.
-1 to charge as well.
But,
So,
yeah, which helps with fight effect.
well, because any of his retreating charges right now, which would be a 3-inch charge, become a 4-inch.
Effect is what you get.
Is it -1 to the charge roll? Is it? If it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, it'll be harder to get petrify, which is the strike last. So we do battle tactic
Yep.
for Cam, and then we'll
You
do
want
heroic
the
actions.
Book for that. Got the book to pick your battle pack?
We have a lot of armies actually, Jamin. We have
pick a knight
myself.
with
I'm
one.
a Stormcast Suns player. Gordon is a Sylvaneth, and he is slowly. His
Got a
Skaven army as
Skaven
well.
list, which is I've got the models. I just haven't built any of them because there's a lot of clan rats. A lot of clan rats.
Not a fan of the old building, folks.
Well, no, I'm not fan. It's
Or
painting.
painting.
Painting
Sorry,
thing.
painting.
Yeah, building. I'll put grey plastic on a field happily and just play that game, but it takes me forever to paint. I've only painted 6 Kurnoffs, and that's it.
And it's taken a while, I won't lie, and a
That's
bit
like
of
as
bullying.
months. Yeah.
So we've got the Sylvaneth, we've got Skaven, we've got Suns, we've got Stormcast, we've
I've
got
got-
Hits.
I've
I've got
got
Seraphon as well, sorry.
Git, Nurgle, and I've got Bone Splitters and Deacon.
Then
And sitting with 4. Cam has over here has Nighthaunt. You have Corn.
Ogres,
You have Ogres.
Suns.
Soul Blight.
Soulbite Gravelords.
Yeah, Dick.
So, Sons of Bahamut. I've not seen your Sons army before. Okay.
Yeah, and a couple
Plastic
got there.
crackers.
Oh, you got Corn
real.
Demons and Corn Mortals. Okay, right. So yeah. So there's that. Then who else have we got? We've got our other Cameron,
Yep.
um,
as
who
other ogres.
who has ogres as well. Slaves of Darkness, Lumineth Realm Lords. The ogres there though is the Stonehorns. It's all the big
Beast War
monsters.
Raiders.
Whereas you run kind of
Aye,
like
gut bust. So I'm
guts. Yeah.
gut ogres.
And then on top of that, Paul, who's playing tomorrow, has Beasts of Chaos and Flesh Eaters. Ian, ogres.
Also.
Is he just ogres?
Yeah, just a.
Yes.
A lot of big boys.
Who am I missing out on? Ryan's got Caradron, but he's not got
Okay.
enough to field the full 2,000
Yeah.
2K list, so it's not represented fully
We
yet.
have a lot.
Yeah, I tell you what,
I'll-
I'll just go through the app and I'll work out what we don't
generally,
have.
yeah, that's probably. I was going to say that's
Fire
probably
Slayers.
a way to do it. Fire
So-
Slayers, we definitely don't
Yeah,
have.
so we don't have Fire Slayers, we don't have
Right.
Daughters of Cain, we don't have Cities of Sigmar, we don't have Caradron, technically. Well, maybe one day. So there's 4 of the Order armies we don't have. Destruction, we have full representation of all Destruction armies. Death armies, we have Flesh Eaters, we have Nighthaunt, we don't have Bone Reapers, but you've got Soul Blight, I think we said there. Cameron's in the middle of building Zinch, I believe.
Yes, there was something rumbling around that B might have given the game away here. We may be seeing some Zinch thing.
I think,
Totally.
you know, I'm sure because he got the Zinch and Lumineth Realm Lord battle box.
Yeah,
And I think he just kept the Zinch.
I gave him a lot of change.
So we might see Zinch one day, yeah. And obviously we've got what don't we have on Chaos? We don't have Slanesh.
I have some.
And that's it. The only Chaos one we don't have is Slanesh. Have you got some? Have you got enough to field 2K?
Well, there's only 2K. I've got Keeper Seek. And I've got the demon lady with the harp that's made out of the guy's back. Pretty sick.
Oh
model.
yes, that sculpt
I
is
bought them.
awesome.
I bought the, what was it, the Realm of Chaos box because I had all the corn demons in. And I got a load of Slanesh. I've promised my fiance so she can paint them at some point, which is asking me 2 years now.
It's
And
one
they've
of
been
those
sat
things.
on the shelf waiting to get done. So
Yeah. So I think all in all, we've probably got like 2/3, 3/4 of all the armies of Age of Sigmar
That's a good
represented.
question. Hours.
Yeah.
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 Right. Sorry. What battle tactic were you thinking?
So, battle tactic I am going to do is the Tide of Terror.
Yeah,
I
man.
completely
We'll
sync.
we'll
At
definitely
least
see if
two
we can get
friendly
those
Nighthaunt
armies
units
fielded.
are within
I
half
mean,
of
we
units of
certainly
the
intend on
enemy
trying to get
unit
as
at
many
the
as
end
we
of the
possibly
turn.
can out there
Doesn't
and
say I have to
see.
pick which enemy unit. I
Yeah,
just have to
stick
get
around. Hopefully
one
you'll see some.
unit to have 2.
So you've got to charge a unit twice, basically.
Yeah.
in effect.
So basically, either of these units here,
Yep.
I've got to get a charge. And I complete
Well,
the
it could
battle
be either
tactic.
because you could.
Yes. Plus, you've also got to have both of them alive
Cool.
to complete it as well, because it's battle tactics. Yeah, Tide of Terror. So yeah, within half an inch of the same at the end of the turn. So you've got to get 2 units in and keep them in.
Cool.
So I'm going
Heroic actions.
heroic action.
Yes, you can do them now.
Heroic heal. What to do with Lady Olinda?
Hey,
Was it a
they've
command
all-
point?
Yes.
Yeah, you get it.
No, it's heroic heal, so you roll 2
Oh,
dice
heroic heal,
Oh, you
sorry,
get
it's
2 dice.
2d6.
Lower than
Yeah,
your
it's got to be
bravery.
lower than your bravery.
or equal.
Or equal.
Yeah, you heal
lower.
the wound.
So D3 heals if it's lower than your bravery.
Yeah, so,
But yeah, you just get it.
well,
I'm gonna heroic heal my. Pardon me, my general. Yeah, just double checking.
Cameron, could you just tell us what the name of your battle tactic is? I understand the premise of it. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
you've
no
got to
worries.
keep a
It's,
couple of monsters
Tides,
in.
Tides of Terror.
Tides of Terror, and is it 2 units have to be basically creating
Within
terror?
half an inch of the same enemy unit at the end of the turn.
The same. Oh, so you need two units.
Yeah, to be within half an inch of the same unit.
Right. So you
It's
just
like
need
I
to
was saying,
mosh.
I've got a unit in here. I need to charge either the back of these or the Glock with something else.
Yeah.
I'll get it off. So I just need
That's
to
fine.
kill both need to be
Just-
within half an inch.
Yeah.
To let people know as well, I just heroic heal there. For...
So the
Oh.
general's back to full
I
health.
didn't see that there. But right. So is it my turn still?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
pick the turn.
It's your. It's your.
Lady Olinda. She's gonna. What's she gonna do?
the only army where I'm not bothered about a double turn is annoying.
Strange seeing you not playing a destruction army for a little while. I
I
must
know.
admit,
Odd
watching
was-
Dan getting very upset about not getting double turn, quite enjoyable. But you know, can't
a
always
hero
win.
thing be a command? Is that receiving a command? Broke heal.
No.
No,
So it's
that's
command
just
ability.
heroic
You
action.
can't. Lady Linda can't keep commands at the minute because she's within 7. Won't matter about upwards, will it?
No, I would
Yeah.
have just done horizontal.
It's just the Mortark of Grief rule there. That's if you have a command issue.
Oh, right.
So within 12, so be careful if you're going to round her. Right, so. Two of these.
So just while Cam's moving there, actually, just because I'm seeing Waffle mentioning about seeing Soul Blights. Currently sitting lowest on the meta watch list, I'm pretty sure as well.
They are
Yeah,
really
It's a
struggling.
tough one.
They are
tough
really
match.
struggling, Jordan. So the Gravelords seem to be in a really of the new season. Really struggling on champion. They really again we're kind of giving away. Here we go.
Well,
You know, unique champions like Gravelord struggle with. So again, when we're looking at that new scoring, especially for battle tactics, they are going to struggle. Going to see them have to develop.
Moving them back to chat.
yeah, I mean, I think in effect you're getting little tidbits of the future
Oh.
video now, but there'll be a condensed video, the
Okay.
kind of watching 5 minutes instead of over a couple hours.
Correct. Yes.
So yeah,
But
you
no,
get a
I
bit
think
more.
it is unfortunately so
We'll
like
get more
is at the bottom.
Blue
Whether it's
balls,
fair representation of where they
Switch,
actually deserve to
back
be,
off.
I don't know. I don't know at the minute, but
Actually,
the
move them
meta
round.
has just changed quite drastically. In
Away
reality,
from-
so
What's the move?
might take a
12,
little while
so
for players
yeah,
to get it.
right
And let's of course also remember, Soulblight Gravelords not a massive representation in.
Yeah.
So what statistics we do see of them, quite skewed.
Yeah, again, every army that I tend to pick, I go for more of a lore premise. I like the models and I like paint. So when I first got into the hobby, it was like, oh, I like the look of that. Oh, I like the look of this, and couldn't really decide on a force. And then I bounced around on a few different ones, and I thought, I've kind of settled on Nighthaunt a little bit, but I'm open to going into other. I generally like what's come behind them, as Tom knows.
The lore
the
is
lore's very rich.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
The lore is
amazing.
awesome for those Nighthaunt.
So
Some really cool stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
cool is maybe a subjective word for what Nagash did, but some interesting. That net real quick. Yeah, definitely a bit of a mustache twirling villain is the old Nagash. I won't lie, but more about him in a future video. I won't lie. Being up at the moment about the Lord of Death. Did you know he's kind of been kicked in the face a few times?
I mean, he's dead.
I mean, he is dead. That is.
So,
It
Just
is
let
correct.
people know that's all Cam's movement done.
so just to one thing I wanted to quickly weigh in: retreating charges.
Yeah, as
Yes.
mentioned it.
So, Dan mentioned this before. As Nighthaunt, we can retreat and charge and technically get that debuff out on a unit again. I don't think I'm aiming this army to be massive damage output. I'm just trying to maneuver and get certain things done, like get these Galatian champions killed and things. My battle tactic is I need 2 units to be within half an inch of the game enemy unit at the end of the turn. Rather than retreating out to risk failing the charge to get back in, I'm just going to leave both those units in. Then I only need to get the charge off on 1 unit from behind, which I'm more than likely going to get because I've got units free.
Yeah. So you'll probably be a lower damage output
You
this
will
turn.
get more disease.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, I think I'm just going
It's
to
a
risk
strat.
it. I'm just going to risk it to get
Go.
there because I think I need to start clawing them victory points back in, and I'm going to start focusing on that. Again, going against my nature of charging in and trying to kill everything and trying to go on that tactical run points.
It's a ball play, Cotton.
Yeah, it's
See if it
what's-
pays off.
It's always what Dan does to
Is it?
me. He always wins on points, and I always get really frustrated. But no, that's what I'm going to use that for there. Oh, charging. To
You
get
got
the
the shooting.
Move along. Yes, shooting. Thank you, Dan. He's just going to lift a veil up again. So I think it was on a 2 up. Got the room here. Lifting the veil. Pick one enemy unit within 12 and on a 2 up. Hits. That unit suffers a number of wounds equal to the roll. Add 1 to the number of ones if this terrified, which he's not, but I'm just going to pick that one down there again. You're leading
Yep.
a general. So he gets D3 mortal wounds? Oh, number of mortal wounds equal to...
All right. So 3/4.
Yep.
Takes 1 mortal wound.
Not the best, but I'll take it.
Something for consideration as well as he might just keep trying to heroic heal that guy. But if you get someone in combat with him, although you will be taking damage, you'll prevent heroic heals each turn. Just to keep in mind.
Oh, that's it.
Want to charge him then?
Yeah, charging. Those hex wraiths at the back. They're in. Oh,
Yep.
4? Would that be in?
Yep. That,
Yes.
you were
Kind of
3
move-
inches away.
Yeah.
Getting to the terrain. I'm not sure how attacking over would work, but you would be in combat. I'm guessing you.
Do any of our commentators know? We've charged here at the base of this terrain.
You're 3
We're
inches
not
in.
sure how 3 inches in.
Verticality.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
verticality of combat.
So I will double check that, but the
Just
way
keep
that
going in while he checks
Yeah,
it
while
if
he
you want.
checks that in. No
Yeah.
problem.
Keep it moving.
The chain rasps over here.
Yep.
They're going to...
Oh, what did you charge on? Heal 4.
4, yes.
what
That
was
was the
that?
first one.
I'll just put a 4.
Yeah, so it's a shriek. Subtract 1 for hit rolls.
All right.
-1 to hit. So charged on. Did I roll that? Yes,
Yes.
it's an 8. 8 is a stun, so you're
Oh,
-1.
it's -1 to the dice roll.
Right. Oh, for charging.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, isn't it? So,
So
8 would still be in,
a
but it,
7.
but it would be a 7, so it would still be a shriek.
Yeah.
So they're -1 to hit. Well,
All right. So -1 to hit all around.
they can go 7. I want to see if I can get over the top.
So the ruling is just eligible
fly
to
away
fight
from-
if it is within 3
Do you think I could
inches
get-
of an enemy unit.
Good, couldn't it? Got 7.
Yep, guys, so it just says 3 inches within an enemy unit, so I would say vertical if you're still within 3, which I think you are,
Yeah.
fine.
But attacking up it. Make sure you. We could just say yes for this game because I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. So if you, I'm ever on one of these.
I mean, in a sense, the X-rays are flying as well, so
That's fine.
it's a bit of a weird one, yeah.
Are you?
Oh, yeah, because flying units have a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're staying
I would
there, or-
play it as you can hit them.
I
now.
don't think I can get them all the way behind,
that's
so
fine,
I'm
just
just going to
like that.
move them in because I think they're still in
Yeah.
clearance out there if they're on a vertical platform next to the unit.
Yeah.
5 inches or 4?
What the-
1.
Like to stay.
Yeah. 1 inch vertically.
Or I don't know. or vertical.
Horizontally.
Horizontally.
I have not done much.
No, that's it.
These vertical players
Alright,
getting us.
so
Do you want me to
it
just take
is
them off?
1 inch horizontally, 6 inch
Oh, yeah.
vertically for coherency.
Oh yeah, then fine there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons we're seeing that the Soul Blight's being so low, like we've been saying potentially, is just generally the representation within the army. Run into. Is
Anybody
even
who'd like
really
us to see us
considered.
run a Soul Blight force, just let us know in the comments below and I'll get them painted up for you.
There you go. Well, we definitely have one, Keen. Definitely have one. Yeah, Jammin's been having a successful season so far.
Oh,
So
good.
maybe
I've heard that they're quite nice for pairing the Vampire Lords because they're a Galatian champion now.
correct. Yes, the
So-
Vampire Lords are.
Quite good, kind of. Well, I usually do a Vampire Lord anyways. Do we?
Yeah.
So Jammin's... is it Jammin? What?
I
I'm
would
just
say
going waffle.
Jammin. I would say Jammin.
I'm going waffle. The waffles mentioned
How have you got from
Legion
jamming
of Blood.
to
I'm assuming that's
waffle?
the vampire version.
Yes, Legion of
Yes,
Blood, yeah.
okay.
That's
Jamming waffle.
He's got like it's his name is
I thought you were
Jamin
like
Waffle.
mixing up the two. And I was
Yeah.
very confused.
Well, it's the same person, but I'm going to call him Waffle because it's cuter.
But yeah, that Legion of Blood is Neferata's faction, I think. Or is that the Legion of Bone? No, I think that is Legion of Blood. Tell us in the comments below.
Definitely, indeed, give an update. It's the longest.
Oh.
So you've got cities
But no strike lasts for you.
who are also crying out for.
But Sigmar thinks confirmed, isn't it?
It is. Cities of Sigmar is indeed confirmed.
Mongol.
Whether Soul Blight are going to get one anytime soon, I JPEG escapes my head that kind of had the rough outline of when we're looking to see those. They're definitely up.
Yeah.
That's it.
Unfortunately, I don't think any of the orcs get a rebrand for another 2 to 3 years, probably, which is going to suck.
Yeah, they're
it's
not-
going to suck.
It's fortunately I don't think orcs can be fixed with Rata or a White Dwarf update. It's right.
Big stab is cheaper.
No, let's not
Yeah.
make big stabbers cheap.
I know, I don't want to see you lobbing big stabbers at
Oh, I'm
Durf
still
every
taking
time.
the list. It's just I get less than
I'm
less.
going to attack with my Mongol first because I have a
Yep.
very strong feeling he is going to die. Right, so he's down his bracketed profile to a 7 to 8 wounds suffered. He's got 6 attacks, 3's to hit, 3's to wound. 6 to 6, so that's 2 mortal wounds. And then I get 2 hits, which 1 wound there, so 2 wounds. Oh, that's sorry, that's a mortal wound because he's got
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Wolf Scroll.
1 5 up. Nope.
2 damage.
Oh, 2 damage.
Yeah, it's 2 mortal wounds.
One's on 1 wound. And then 1 save it minus
1,
1.
Yeah.
So that's a 5 up. Takes it.
2 damage.
5 ups. Saves
Nice.
1, so 1 guy dies. Because of my subfaction, guy dies, he explodes.
Oh.
And on a roll of a 6, you get disease points for you.
Very nurgly. Very, very nurgly.
It's like a cheap version of my Stormcast,
So
John.
you've got -1
Yeah.
to hit
I,
over there.
I don't know
remember,
how I
as
feel
well.
about this.
In effect,
So-
the 6s there are half a mortal wound because it's 4 ups to inflict it with a disease point, so it's...
I
Yeah.
read the rule, was like, that's really cool. And then I played Stormcast and was like, they've got it better.
Sigmar's chosen, Dan. You know, Sigmar's chosen.
Yeah.
What can we say?
Age of Sigmar for a reason.
Nurgle's chosen.
Not Age of Nurgle, Daniel.
Oh, time will come.
So, right, so that's his attacks in. You've got -1 to hit over there with him being a
Is that
ghastly
all of his
apparition again.
attacks?
Best.
So I'm gonna. Oh, we forgot monsters.
I am. I
wanna
am.
do.
Stomp.
Yep. Yep. So you get it, and I would.
How many
D3.
mortals? D3.
Yep.
Hey!
Whoa, that's a
3.
big roll. We're looking at 3 mortals.
That's 2 taken.
Not a bad save from Dan.
Well, we rolled
Average.
today, Dan.
Right. My monsters rampage. I'm gonna do my version of Stomp, which is better. So because Nurgle, I am very fat. So I'll roll a dice. On a 2 up, you take 5 mortal wounds to the unit in front of him. That
God.
unit.
Oh! Deary me. Mortals as well.
That's abundance of flesh. So he's so fat, like crushes you.
My discorporate is that's until. This is my turn though, isn't it? So
I'm
it's
doing it to the unit that didn't charge, by the way.
for that phase. Oh, it's only for 1 saves, I think. Mortals, wouldn't it? So 1 saves, 4 go through. Which means I have 2
Oh,
dead.
it's not abundance of flesh. It's mountains of awesome.
So just to help you for future as well, Discorporate wouldn't have mattered here anyways, because monstrous actions happen at the end of the charge phase. And Discorporate's a combat phase ability.
Right.
Also, just to let you know, these point for these point
When does the disease
end
point
of
get applied?
movement, start combat.
Okay.
So everything now would actually no, it's end of combat. Sorry, end of combat.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
So is it my attacks now?
Yep.
I'm going to. Oh, how am I going to do
You
this?
see, Jordan, I knew I was right, but I hate to rub, wasn't it? Jamming, I'm with you.
The jamming or jamming,
It's got to be jamming.
but it's got
Right.
one M.
I'm just going to put
Oh, it's
everything.
got to be jamming.
I'm going to put all the attacks of the Glocky into the 3 because if I kill them, I'll still hold this objective. I'm going to try to just absolutely slash them. So I'm at -1 to hit. You said, aren't I?
Yes. Of
Uh,
the Mongol.
No, because you did a charging mode.
Yes, sorry, yeah, no, yeah, you are. Yeah.
I'm going to use.
I wonder if
I'm going to use a command point.
What was this?
It does.
that's the apparition from the Mongols -1 to hit. Obviously, -1 to hit charge as well.
It will
Yeah,
stack, but you can only have
but you
minus
can
one.
only
It's just
adjust
not
it by
all-out
one.
attack.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna all out attack with the Glock
All-out attack on the Glotkin,
Yeah, so
which is
minus
one
one
command
command
point
point.
spent by Nurgle. Thank you
Yes.
for announcing.
So the tentacle 4 attacks, so it's back to 3s and then 2s. All hit. And that's 1 disease point on. All wound. 4 saves.
4 saves. Oops. Saves.
That's damage.
In total.
He
Oh, so that's 9 damage.
Oh,
failed.
He failed 3 of them. 9 damage. 6s.
Movies, I should have split my attack.
terrible.
The first time I attacked him, now it happened. So
1,
I was
2,
like,
3
6 damage gets through.
against 2. Oh no, they're dead.
That's a lot of
Good, Jim.
damage.
I split my attacks.
That's a lot of damage.
After
Jordan.
hitting them the first turn and doing nothing, I was like, well, they're not going to die. Turns out I was just rolling poorly.
Oh, right. Do I pick one?
And then it's your turn to pick, so I think you've only got your...
Chain rasp.
Oh, no,
left,
you've got
and
these
then
as well, but you'd probably want to do...
I'll do my chain rasp.
You have a choice here as well. There's a sub-commander count.
Right. How many can I get into the sub commander? How many attacks can I get into that sub commander?
You can get a hell of a lot. You can't pile in,
So yeah, we're not piling in
close.
this
Pile in.
turn.
but you're pretty close anyway. 10, 11, probably
11.
12.
Are the chain rasps in the Galatian veteran battalion or not?
It won't
Yes,
matter
but it
because-
doesn't matter because he's not within one of them.
No, he's talking about the one where you...
The Galatian veteran one where you can fight in ranks.
It doesn't matter because their base is 1 inch.
No, they were sworn bodyguards.
Alright, okay, that's fine.
Battalion, which is one way.
Oh, but the base
target
is,
there.
the base size is less than an inch anyways.
Yes.
Oh, so they
You
can
get
fight.
2 rows in.
That's fine. That's all I wanted to check. You're good. Carry on.
So yeah, 11. And then you would get... Well, we'll sort out what you can get.
So I
for the
get
rest later.
22 dice.
Yikes.
Because I get 2 attacks each.
22 dice. So
One of
There's
them
a
leader,
decent
he
potential
gets an
here,
extra
Jordan.
one, so it's
Oh,
23.
where's your Guardian of Souls? Is
Yeah.
he? Oh, never mind. If you were wholly within 12 inches of the Guardian of Souls, you'd have +1 to your wound rolls.
Oh yeah,
1 row out.
Unfortunate.
that's all right.
I might use an all-out defense here on the
Right.
hero. Because why not?
That's another command point spent by Nurgle.
I need him. On the sub-commander, that is. Like the...
So, it's. I mean, am I using any command points at all, or are you holding out?
I'm just holding out.
That's fine. So chain rasps 4s and 4s, 6s auto
Oh, it's a
wound.
4s and 4s.
4s and 4s, 6s auto wound. 1
I've
damage.
said it now.
I mean, you still need him to survive.
this could be big.
Survive.
This really could be big. If we get a good roll here,
He gets a
Jordan,
lot of 6s.
yeah, this
They're not
this could
mortals,
change.
but they'll auto wound, and that's good enough
Yep.
to start. Because there's no rend here, so you just want to overwhelm him with family
Exactly.
saves he has to
Oh.
make.
Fingers crossed for 6s.
Oh, I see
Oh,
some in the
couple.
middle.
A couple, 2.
See
Big
some
one.
1s though.
Oh,
Ugh.
likely. Yeah.
Rough.
Oh.
It's a rough roll, that.
4s and 4s.
Yeah, see.
You're only expecting what 5 wounds to get through for save to be
Something
saved?
about that, yeah. Something about that.
I'm just feeling positive though.
Feel bad about it. Falls again.
Oh, looks good.
So,
How many are we looking at, do we think?
you have
6
1,
plus
2,
the 2.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saves to make.
It's good.
When taking...
It's a good portion.
So, any rend.
Go, Ren.
So this will go to a 3 up.
Oh,
1 goes through.
1 gets in.
Nice. Nice, 1
Uh,
damage.
So then I get a 5 up.
There's
Oh
the
my
ward as well,
God.
Jordan. There is the
Nice.
ward.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Don't be
It's a
sorry.
rough combat phase
Sorry,
for our
not
Nighthaunt player.
sorry.
Epic that he's in the swarm of chain rasp fighting them all off. Oh,
Because
you're
I've-
doing really well. But again, that's Nurgle's strength, isn't it? Is that their heroes and their troops are tough. They are hard to kill.
You have the attacks on the unit as well.
Yeah, how many's in on the unit?
4, 8.
8 are in on the unit, so that'll be a roll of 6. We have 8 plus 8. Seconds there. Right, so 8 plus 8.
Couple of sixes there, yeah. A few sixes that are looking like.
Yeah. I mean, you're just wanting to wither away. He needs the champions dead more than anything else, to be honest.
So, 4 saves.
So events will be 4, won't it? Oh. 1 saved. 2 go through. Kills 1. So that kills 1. He's next to the Mongol, so
Uma's going to explode.
I really hate that ability. I never roll a 6 on it, ever. Like, I'm like, it's just wasting my time rolling these dice.
He kill any of them as well.
Killed 1.
The Mongol kill one at the start, so we will heal at the end of the combat phase.
Thank you, Jordan.
I'm gonna kill him now.
Yeah.
Is it my attacks then?
Yeah, I think so.
And then it'll be your last unit.
Yep.
So I'll just do my hero, and then you'll activate them afterwards. Whole thing.
Now,
Finish as I
so-
go.
Cam needs to keep 2. Cam needs to keep 2 units in combat with the same, and currently you're only eligible for that one side of the field now. So you need to work out what's most likely to die, and then probably discorporate.
Right, he's attacking in the
Word of
chain.
the day:
Cooperate, Jordan.
discorporate.
Alright. The Lord of Plagues is going to attack into the chain rasp. He's -2 to hit, but it still can only go 1, so he's hit on 4s. 2 hits. Hit
Hits.
on. That's 2 saves.
5 ups to the chain rasp.
That's D3. Wait, is D3 damage, so that's 5 damage.
5 damage, so 5 6 ups. 1 saves, 4 go through, which means.
And then
So I'll just take the 4 off the top.
nice and easy. After the Lord of Blights attacks, you can activate his ability, Lord of the Blight Kings, so he can pick a friendly unit wholly within 12. I believe, yep, they're wholly within 12. He's going to activate the big unit to fight.
Yep.
So I think I'm just going to do. I'll do 5 into the Mongol, 2 into this. Actually, 6 into.
What's the word of the day?
Yes.
Cameron.
Are we going to see a command point used by any chance by the Nighthaunt player?
He needs the Mongol to survive. Otherwise, he doesn't get his battle tactic.
Yeah, I'm on Discord.
Attaboy!
Hey! There we go. I'm proper celebrating every time.
Make sure he remembers it.
I feel as though like you just love hoarding your command points.
I do, but
You
I
do.
also just like to teach Jordan.
Oh,
When you want
okay.
us to do something, I know you're such a rules lawyer that, like, if I don't do it, you'll be freaking out.
I throw my hands up in the air, like losing all hope when I don't see these abilities used.
There's been again, like we said, we had a few trial games, shall we say? There's been a few outbursts.
Yeah, I would call them that. We'll call them
Outbursts.
that.
Yeah.
This is my.
Oh,
rolling.
no!
I'm hitting on a 4 because of the -2s to hit, but like it's still.
Yeah,
only
it can only be
-1.
-1.
A lot of dice there, John.
I see 3 6s. That's 3 disease points.
So the issue is that the disease points actually might be what finishes off the Mongol.
He might heal before they.
Oh, this is true. Yeah. So you're gonna heal D3, aren't you? So you need
Yeah.
to survive these attacks, heal the D3, and then hope that he doesn't roll high on the disease points.
Yeah.
It's still tough, but you've given yourself the best chance you have.
It's doable.
Yeah.
Tough, but it ain't impossible.
If you get that Guardian of Souls up a little bit as well, you'll be laughing because of the +1 to wound.
Tell me what to do, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm just
You're commentating.
The
I
backseat
I
game
just
in
give this
Jordan.
strategic analysis.
That's you told, Joe.
I
That's you.
I
told.
just like to see optimal play and players do well.
I know, but
You know,
I
there's-
do
there's
also
nothing
wanna
wrong
keep
with
him
that,
back there
Jordan.
because Dan is slow.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
be hard for him to get there.
Oh yeah,
He's
you're
a
safe.
Galatian champion.
Yeah.
Eat them.
This is win on threes.
You've got him
I
locked
need
in.
them.
You've got him locked in for now.
There's 6
Trying
saves.
to like make him like be uncomfortable a bit and be like, oh, I've got to do.
But to be fair, I don't think I can get.
Oh, that's
Like
it.
I'm trapped.
He would have to retreat from the combat to get to the Galatian champion, and then if he retreats, he can't charge. So
Oh,
like
true.
it would take him 2 turns,
Yeah.
unless you mess up and he charges you in your turn.
6 saves.
6 saves on the Mongol.
Oh, we're friends. Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
Ah.
That's a rough looking save.
That was your 4 ups. Damage was what, 1 apiece?
One piece.
There's 5 ups now for the.
It's
Oh, was it dead by 1? Like to the number as well. That hurts.
But do you know what it
cue
was?
the violins.
It was very close.
It was well played. And what we need to remember, Jordan, is as you repeat it, is Age of Sigmar as a game of dice.
That is it.
And sometimes, fortunately, even when you play for the possibilities and you really try and min-max, as you definitely do,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter sometimes. You know, you roll like trash.
Yeah, the math hammer is important. That's how you work out what you need to do with your army, but then what actually happens, it then adjusts your play. Swinging Durfu with 7 attacks and then rolling 5 of them as 1s. Sometimes you just can't account for that type of BS.
It
That's
hurts
it.
me that nobody will see the game that we played last week, where I played my sons and rolled basically every single one
What's
that
that?
I possibly could.
Yeah, I think every stomp,
Every
3
stomp,
hits, every
every
big swing.
every big swing. Yep. When you roll in trash, it feels bad, man. It feels bad.
What's happening here is just
No.
the 2 guys just attacking.
The Blight
The 2
Kings
Blight
into
Kings
the
are
night.
attacking the
Is it 1 damage?
the chain rasps. Yes, just
Yes.
1 damage. They only managed to do 1 damage to
Yep.
them. And that's me, so it's just your 5 guys there.
Oh. Right, so those 5 guys there. I think it's going to go your way today, Jan. It looks like I'm not going to do much.
We've only lost
That's not-
1 or 2 things.
Just wait until I tweak this list, though. Just needs a little bit of tweaking, and we'll get there. But I think
Oh.
I played a lot stronger with them today. I'll
Definitely
do them hex raves at the back
playing
there.
better than we would maybe normally see from Cam. You know, a lot more strategic players we've seen today.
Yeah.
And you know, saying that he's out of this points behind.
Yeah, the real tough side here is that he's not going to be able to catapult himself ahead until he removes one of them Galatian champions.
And as we've been discussing about Nurgle, the difficulty of shifting those champions with the Nighthaunt that Cam's running in specific, it is a battle, isn't it?
Definitely. He needs to try to just target the champions, ignore the Blight Kings if possible, and take the objectives that are open.
James, yeah.
-1.
I've still got the Mystic Shield because it hasn't been like
But
5, was it?
oh, actually, they've only got 1-inch attack.
And we were just
The base size is less,
Ah, right.
so you can't fight in 2
we're just
ranks.
gonna do it.
Boys.
People think it should.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
just let us know in the comments if you
Yeah.
were doing anything wrong. Would love to
Yeah,
hear from
yeah.
you to improve our game and anything.
We,
There's a lot to remember at points.
We don't use verticality a lot because we've got you'll see them in other games. We've got big like inns and stuff. So this is the first match we got with train. This is train I built that like you can climb on top of. Figuring it out. But yeah,
We wanted a nice painted thematic board for our So you see, this is the current iteration of the board, as you can see. Deserty, sandy style board, but we have plenty to. Got a good few bits of terrain. We've got a few play mats as well.
If anybody
this is
sees any
the-
terrain that we think, oh, I'd like to do that ourselves, just give us a shout. We'll make a video on how Dan did these incredibly easy rocks, but look incredibly effective when you're trying to get table done on a budget.
It took me a night to make and then like 2 nights to paint.
If you'd like to see a video on them, just give us a shout.
Yep, easy done, easy done.
The Glock King takes 1 wound. The Glock King takes 1 wound there off those attacks.
Yep.
A horse.
Yeah, so the horses can still bite him. You're going to get bitten by my horses. They get 2 attacks each.
What I do like about this board, it's a very
Oh.
nice looking desert board with no armies.
Yeah.
Because we both based our armies in snow.
Yeah. I'm really tempted to get a new army just to rebase it in desert now. But
Now, Jordan, a
Who's the
question
team?
coming in
Balls
from the
and
chat, yeah?
Yep.
Question coming in from the chat. Brutal and cunning, or cunning and brutal?
oh, brutal and cunning from me.
Cunning and brutal
I
for
mean,
me. all
like
the
I
way.
feel as though it has to be cunning and brutal.
As a goblin player, cunning and brutal.
Brutal and cunning.
It's which one do you want to be first?
See,
Do you want to be?
unfortunately, so we've got 2 brutal and cunnings. See, I'm unfortunately going to side with Cam
No,
on this one. Cunning and brutal.
I said cunning and
What
brutal.
did you say? Cunning
I
and
said
brutal.
You said
brutal.
cunning
Cunning
and
and brutal.
brutal. He said brutal and cunning.
Ah,
You just want to
okay.
create a split.
No,
That's
no,
what you
no.
want.
Initially, I thought actually it was the other way around. For me,
Some
cunning,
goblins, cunning and brutal
cunning
all the
is
way.
yeah. You want to be cunning,
Right. Smart and
Yeah.
then
a crafty little sod.
Yeah.
A crafty little sod. A
Oh.
good question, band user. Good question.
from a banned user. Is that a description? I quite like
His
that.
name is indeed a band user. I love the name.
Oh, that's a quality name.
What was happening?
You were doing your horse attack.
Yeah, so I've got 3s to hit there, and then 2 went through.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 saves.
Another 5 saves. These are 4s because of end.
No, it's not right.
Oh,
It's pretty well with your rolls, dear. Right, so
no, I've done everything.
so
So that's it.
yeah, that's it.
So end of combat disease points go on. So they get disease point, and you'll get a disease point.
And you get a disease point, and you.
We just need Oprah Winfrey in here to be, throw some extra gifts out there.
Look under your chair. There's disease for everyone.
Feels like that's is that Oprah or is that Ellen? I was
No,
about to
no,
say
that
Elon.
is
Ellen.
That is Oprah.
Oh,
That
it
is Oprah. That is indeed. I'll send you the clip when you get home,
Okay,
John.
that's fair.
It's a.
No, I
Brilliant.
know that you get it, but the look under your chair thing feels like an Ellen DeGeneres.
It's still
No,
a pretty good
I think
bit.
it's definitely an Oprah. I think it's
Okay,
definitely an
that's fair,
Oprah.
That's fair.
Need it in meme format. So Battle Shock. I don't think I can follow it, but
I can roll it.
I'm brave. What's
Terra just effect means that he can't autopass.
so I'm bravery 8. So I'm rolled a 2. I've lost.
You're fine.
Um,
Unless he's got. Well,
I'm
actually, I was going
bravery
to say I
8.
don't think he's even got any
No, I think
modifiers.
One
might
dice,
as well-
5. Ooh, +5.
Yes,
To bravery 8.
would run.
2 would run. Oh, no, it's alright. Fine, it's me.
And then disease points will go off.
Yeah.
So for this unit,
Now, Cam, just to quickly chime in before we go far ahead. Final command point to you.
oh,
Essentially, you
Now,
firing present.
whilst this is true,
it goes to my turn.
it'll go to Dan's turn next, and the command points won't reset.
Very
So,
true.
What he would have basically been doing is spending a command point to maybe save 1 or 2 chain rasps, and on, like that could be a discorporate next turn.
So
Oh,
they
fair
take
play.
1 more.
1 6 up. Oh.
Well, disease points quickly there while he's talking. Filled everything, but I did 1 more wound.
Oh,
Chain rasp.
chain rasps get +1 to wound when they charge. Yeah, you spotted it.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And
Yeah.
the guardian guy gives +1 if they're wholly within. So if it's his turn and the guardian's within range, you get the +1 to wound. If you charge, you don't even need the guardian anyways. You'd get +1 to wound. So we'll probably missed out on a couple of wound rolls there, but yeah.
That's
Live
live
and
and
learn.
learn. It's a game
Live
of
and learn.
learning. Is
Uh,
we're having fun with learning.
How many victory points did you score? Then
Not much, mate. Not much. I think it's still very much remaining. You're controlling those 3 objectives. I haven't even got many chain rasps in there now, or anything. So until I kill the Galatian champion over there,
It's only Galatian.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. So you already control that one. You already control this one. Roll that back one.
Well, I think they'll be drawn. So
They'll be drawn.
I'm not sure.
I think I only get 1.
One victory point there for Nighthaunt.
Failed my battle tactic as well.
Not
So-
looking
I'm on 4.
good.
Yeah, battle tactic unfortunately not able to keep 2 units in combat with
No,
1.
Dan played well there.
To be honest,
I'm
I
sad
thought
about that
they-
Mongol. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on low health to
He was a
start
good boy.
with.
He was. He sometimes does work, he sometimes doesn't. I really want to take him out of the list, but I love the model and I like taking it. It's just one of them. It's really for model love. Anybody else has any of those units that they play with and they just love the model so much they can't bear to take it out of the list, please put them in the comments below and we'll maybe do a ranked video of what's the worst, prettiest model.
Oh yeah. that worked.
Colossal Squig was.
Huh?
Colossal Squig. It's
Colossal Squig.
It's
You
not
like
as good
that?
as the Mangler Squig.
You like
but,
that big squig?
I play all based on numbers and stats.
Yes,
You
we all
see.
know this, Jordan.
So if the model looks bad, it doesn't matter as long as it does good things. It's inner beauty is what I'm
Inner
looking for.
beauty.
Yes, it's
Look at what's
inner.
in-
Yes.
But no, I think that's that. What turn are we on?
Well,
not
we're
in
going
turn
into
two.
this is still back round 2, but it's going a Dan's turn. And then obviously after that we'll roll off.
Dan, your turn.
Will I? These objectives will be drawn, so I won't.
No, you still control them because you've got them. It's to flip them. He needs to take them
Right.
back. So you
Oh.
still have them now.
I'm just quickly picking my battle tactic. Phew. I'll do gain of momentum, I guess, and I'll try to kill this unit back.
Okay, so the Hex Wraiths next to the Glotkin will need to be killed, and then
Oh.
you'll need to hold more objectives than your
I'll
opponent.
need to stay alive.
Yeah.
Right. So, beginning of Nurgle hero phase, Nurgle stuff happens. So basically, every unit heals 1 wound.
You want to do heroic actions just before you do that as well, though.
This goes off at
Think.
the beginning,
All right, okay.
so you can do it in any order.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm going to do this because it's hard to surrender. So that hero's going to heal 1 because I'll look up the wording for it. But the Glock King counts as a locus of fertility. So him and any model within 14 can heal D3 instead. Going to heal D3. 2. On command traits, heroic action, which I think I'm just going to roll for command point on the Glock King.
And
Cam?
Cam?
I'm going. Sure. I'll roll for a command point.
Right. And then we'll go up disease points, just so you know so I'll get 3 disease points for being in my territory. I'm not in Cam's and I've got the tree, so I'll just get 4.
Yep.
I'll go up to 9. Gonna save them. So I can do it. Right, and then hero phase. Magic. We're gonna do what we're gonna do. We'll do Plague Squall, the disease points line of sight. Cast on an 11, please, Callum.
Ooh.
Good cast.
Oh, can I try and block it?
Yes, you can.
Oh!
Oh.
He can see a lot.
Forget about it.
So I roll 7 dice, and on each roll of a 6.
Forget about it.
I think my Nurgle being on the shelf for so long, they're so happy to be like
No,
shelf.
that's it.
They're overperforming
run
so that you
really
play them
well.
again.
Yeah. That's one. So I get one unit within line of sight. I'm going to give it to Lady Olinda because I can see.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't like her.
Then your Magikin are beautiful.
So are your
It's
ghosts.
my favourite one of your armies.
So your ghosts.
Oh, thank you. Oh, stop it, you!
I always think ghosts look fucking amazing. Okay.
No! Get out! Conceded the game.
And with that, forfeit.
Last spell, I'm just gonna do. I'll do an arcane bolt. Cast on 8. And it's just gonna go straight onto you, so D3 wounds. That's 2 mortal wounds on the horses.
The horses?
On the little horses.
Oh, no!
Oh!
There it is, Jordan.
Oh!
There it is.
That's just made my week.
He under-rolled the dispel.
I don't mind what happens
bind
today.
just so that he could do that.
Yeah.
That was it.
Now I picked them to die.
see
They're
me
gonna
now, Mum?
survive, aren't they?
Are you proud of me yet?
Wow. Well, that's my hero phase done. So we'll go on to movement.
Nice.
Which I don't think I have a lot. I don't even know what I can do.
The movement going here.
Right.
In the Nurgle players
that's
shuffle
movement
up.
over. I slightly. I don't know even if the camera picked up that movement. It was so slow. They slightly move forwards and they just circle that hero.
Be interesting to do a stop motion at the end.
Yeah.
Of how like quick Nurgle move.
And then you have my
Watching edging along
squigs
the
and you're like,
board.
wait, where'd they gone? They're already off the board and dead. Right, so end of movement, every unit within in combat within 3 inches takes disease point.
Yep.
So that's 1. And we just go on to shooting. Now, shooting, I actually got some. Don't have. I have 7 inches because of Nurgle. Everything's 7. God damn it.
Ways of 7, Dan.
The Glock King's gonna actually got a Glock and he's gonna shoot.
The Glot King has a Glock,
He has a Glock,
and he's gonna let that thing bang.
and it is currently at 7 shots. He's putting some rounds in. Blap 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 blap.
21 Savage style.
3s and 2. No, 3s and 3s. Oof. Well,
Not a great.
I mean, the weapon. So,
It does kind of make sense that it's
That's-
not accurate.
3 saves to them, the horses.
3 saves on the
But it's
horses.
just 1 damage.
1 damage was it?
I don't think so.
Takes a damage.
Takes 1 damage.
Not there, mate.
And then that's shooting. So we go to charging.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm going to. I don't even know whether it's worth charging that. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm going to charge. That's it. The charging. Very quick round for Nurgle. So combat. We will start. We'll start with the Glock King because it's the most important combat. And I think I'll use my last command point to all-out attack. Try to destroy these ghosts here. You're going to use your command point?
Want to discorporate?
Yes.
But yeah, I'll discorporate on the. Try and keep them alive.
That's a good shout. Right.
Won't lie, that one tickled me far better than it should have. Band user chimes in with, "We've all woken up to girls blessed by Nurgle. too many times. Yes, 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 we have.
I've been ghosted by.
It's a very good point. That band user. It's a very good point.
Oh god.
Tickle this, well
Really
done.
pain.
Right. Oh. Twos and twos. All out attack. So that's all hit. This is the tentacle attack. Start with. All wound. The 4 saves.
4 saves.
And these are 3 damage each. So you want to save them. Oh no.
Oh no! All of them fail. How much damage each?
3. So how many did you fail?
4.
We see any
Who's that?
ward
Well,
saves?
The horses. You
The hexers are 4 ups. You pass one.
Last one.
Oh, this is for the horses. I thought
Yeah.
this was on the chain rasps down here. Sorry.
No, they do not.
Oh,
hit
right,
that
so-
hard.
Right, so I've passed 1.
So it'll be 9.
We have
Nice.
any discorporates
He
on this
did.
squad? Was it?
He
Yes, he
did
did.
discorporate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking at a 5 up ward now.
He might have originally discorporated, thinking it was the chin rasp. I'm not sure, but he's discorporated the
I've
combat.
discorporated regardless.
So it's gonna be 9 5-ups on the hexers.
9 5-ups.
Need something to survive. Oh, that's not bad.
Couple. I see some 5s.
Again, guys, we'll get our dice tray sorted a bit better for our next game. A good few saves there.
5 failed.
5 fails.
How many wounds have they got each?
2 wounds each. So
So it's basically
It's 5 damage because that was
because
the
one's
wards.
already took a wound, so 3 will die.
yeah, real
Yes.
die because it's already won.
Are they all the same, or do I need to keep any alive?
Yeah, just take them out.
I'll keep the one with the banner. Is that important?
Hey?
Does the one with the banner do something?
What I did is I want to run them in my Soul Blight as Black Knights as well. Hence why they built that kind of certain way. But I think it matches the aesthetic for like the Emerald Host. But with the banners, I just use them as that's my leader model
Oh, right.
for the unit. And then when they switch to being the other ones, it's the banner model. And then I've normally got another guy that's kind of a little bit different to be like, oh, that's the leader.
Yeah, the only difference for this army is just his leader gets +1 attack. He doesn't get any other.
Cool.
Yeah.
The banner looks cool as out anyway.
Nice model. It was off the Craven Throne Guard. Night Hunty.
So wait, that was just me technical. Got more. Got one. I got the jaw. The maw. 3 attacks. So it'll be 2s and 2s again. And that's 1 disease point there.
Nice.
I don't think these horses are surviving this round.
Oops. Oh!
Ah.
Yes!
Oh,
That's a good save,
And
Jordan.
then my last attack
didn't think
is
they were surviving.
the
They might
scythe,
be.
which is 2s and 3s. This and 1 more disease. I think they're going to survive now. Oh,
Another
Oh, he
good
could
roll
do-
for
I
the
think that's a
Nighthaunt.
survive no
One
matter what,
save.
right?
Another good roll.
I don't know. Disease points could still kill them.
Yeah, but
that's damage.
2 damage, 1
Yeah.
dies.
No, you got 2 5-ups.
Discorporate,
yeah,
didn't you?
Discorporate.
Oh!
there it is.
Oh!
There it is.
I
Crowd
think
goes
unless if
wild.
I roll amazingly here, they're going to survive. Ouch. Hate to see it, and it's your attacks somewhere. Probably do.
Yeah, I'll do my chain rasp, see if I can kill that guy. It might be one of my only chances
You
of getting some
can.
points in.
No, you still can't pilot.
So 1, 2,
You've got
4, 5,
2,
6, 7 in. 8 in.
and then 4 into the.
Now, the thing is, the disease points could still take out those 2 hexers. If he gets 4 4-ups, and then
Yep, that's very true.
but then you'll be back to 6s on the ward for the hex rifts because it'll be out of the combat phase. So
Forced to hit.
it's not lost.
It is. So band user, what we're currently saying, it's the Nurgle player currently is in the lead with victory points. Probably in a bit more of a dominant position because he's able to control our objectives, which you can see with those stick circular white cards with a little icon in the middle. Dan is very handily pointing to. So unfortunately for our Nighthaunt player Cam, he's facing a lot of resistance trying to get what is called a Galactic Champion, which is basically a hero, shifted off those points. Our new Age of Sigmar season places a heavy emphasis on heroes, especially non-unique ones, I should say. So in a bit of a tight position here. Having a bit of work to try and claw any
That'll be
points
7.
back at them. But it's good that you've joined from our law side of things. It's really good to have you,
Oh,
dude.
sorry,
So
7 attacks.
thank you for
there,
coming.
just 2
Yeah.
in there. And I've got
I mean, if
5
you're trying
so far,
to-
54.
You're trying to
All
work this out
minuses,
basically.
though.
The way the two armies play is that the Nurgle is just kind of its very beefy army. It has a lot of ways to reduce damage. Nighthaunt, the ghosts, like they're a lot more mobile. They don't hit as hard, but they can overwhelm someone. That's kind of how the units play. So yeah, the Nurgle team got onto the points early, and they're just withstanding everything that Nighthaunt throws at them, and they're going to score points so long as they keep controlling those objectives. But if you've got a champion on the objective, you just have it, and you can only have one champion contesting them. So at the moment, basically, Nighthaunt needs to shift those Nurgle champions, which is quite tough.
Interrupting there as well. He's done all his attacks on my Lord of Plague, doing 1 wound. Hate to
Only
see it.
1 wound. Oh,
That's a
not my
hard
day.
one there, Jordan.
But
You've got 4 guys
Yeah,
on that unit.
that'll be 8 attacks.
The Nurgle, as in law, appearing extremely hardy at the minute, Jordan.
Thank you, and I remember.
2 auto hits. 2, no.
I think last time you played against me, and I was just doing Ren 3 attacks on
Oh, nice. So
everything.
you've
So,
got
yeah.
4 saves.
yeah.
4 saves to make. Minuses.
Oh no, the triple 1.
Oh.
How much damage?
Just 1 damage pop, mate.
Oh no, wait.
Oh. Don't disappear. Right, so that's you to pick combat now?
Yeah. I'll pick up.
I was going to say, only 1. Apart from backing back with all.
Yeah. Currently, this is still Nighthaunt are not able to pile in to get closer to their enemy this turn because of the Nurgle plague wheel.
That damn wheel, Jordan. You just keep spinning.
That's what it do, Yugi.
That's what I do.
That is what it do.
There's a few ones in there.
Plague wheels keep on turning.
God damn it, John.
2 disease points there.
And
You.
big gift.
Little gift for you. Getting the disease points a lot. That's 8 saves on 2 asps at the back.
Now, green is indeed best, but hear me out here. Red does go faster. Oh, that's a thing. Faster, Joe.
Yeah, but green is still best.
5 up there.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Really think that though?
I'm literally a Sylvaneth and Skaven player.
What,
It's green warpstone, green leaves.
Yes,
Well, I'm never gonna see it any other way.
that is true.
Yeah.
Very true.
5 die.
Killed 5 chain rasps there with the blights. Kings. I don't know why I keep saying knights. They're not the.
They are the kings of their own blight.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it's your turn to attack someone. I think you've only got there.
The chain rasp, yeah. So I'll
You
probably just
Can't pile in.
Can't pile in. Thank you, Joe. Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man. So I've got 2 in. 3 in. Because it's 2 attacks each, so it'll be 6 attacks.
Let's say that. Why not? Oh.
Oh,
Falls and falls.
Nighthaunt are
so
having a hard day with rolling this.
it's a bad rolling day for
Oh.
Cam, unfortunately.
Ah.
2 sixes. Go.
Minus.
now minus now.
Both go through.
For 1 damage pop.
Both go through. 2 down.
Damage.
See, unfortunately, band user are more degenerate times as not gambling addicts. I think we were probably heading there, weren't we? The Ruli and Red Goes Faster was quite awry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about orcs and red goes
I
faster.
mean,
not
orcs
roulette.
does go faster with red, but that's
Oh.
also why we always go red. Because red goes
Oh,
faster.
Ban user gets it. He's
Yeah,
typed it correctly.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. Gets it.
You don't
Talk
realise
about
that's why
the
we,
gits.
you don't realise that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we always go faster.
We used to go to the casino and go to the roulette and be like, "Make us faster!" and put like a lot of money on red. It was terrible.
No, it was. I mean, depending.
Right.
So now we play Warhammer for money.
Lord of Plagues over here is going to attack. Oof. One hit. Hitting on threes.
Both players
one
struggling.
wound.
One wound, Lord of Plagues.
So it's 5 up. Fine.
Nice.
And then Lord of Plagues will activate his ability, so he doesn't have to let the Plague Knights, Kings fight.
Yeah.
Words are not coming to me.
Now, I have just thought of an ability that Lady O has, and I think Cam touched on it when he said at the start of the game, I'm going to have to remember to use these. You've got Resurrect abilities,
yes,
haven't you?
Resurrect stuff, but
So have you lost any units completely?
Yeah,
yeah.
one,
So I can
two.
I can bring it back at half strength. 2. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, Mongol and...
Yeah, but the Mongols not so.
Oh, right. Well, he's lost one unit can bring back, so...
So you've got that, plus Lady O can once per game return D6 to every unit on the field. So you could, well, I'm just
Three
like
disease points
speaking,
there.
you know, in terms of like options. You are able to pop that whenever, well, in your hero phase, but then the resurrection, I don't know when that goes off.
Okay, keep it
To be fair, I think I've been bent over this game already. Me trousers around me ankles.
Not
If you were to get
7.
Yep, 7 saves there.
a couple,
5 die.
Do you
No, I
ward
need
as
to be-
well?
What die?
A nice little ward save there from the.
yeah, it chips it down a little bit. Still
We
a
knew
tough
it
blow
was
to
going to be a
take.
tough game. We
That's
knew
all
that
mine
this was going to be a
backstory.
tough game. Unfortunately, the Nurgle
Yeah.
are very resilient. They are incredibly resilient. With Nighthaunt lacking a lot of rend, it was always going to be a bit of an uphill battle.
That's all. I think it's
But
Yeah.
good representation from himself, at
Next round.
least.
So, Battle Shock.
See,
Battle Shock.
I think
Fine. I think the only thing I would need to take them with these two.
What are you thinking, John? Tell me.
the resurrection that he can do,
Do I have any command points left, fellas?
don't.
Neither
No,
player has
Unless you
command
roll
points.
for one. Did you roll for one and get one?
No.
Then
Oh,
no,
yeah.
there's no command points left, so you will have to roll these, unfortunately.
3
How
plus
many? Because he
So-
failed all his.
these guys.
X-Riffs can't fail
Lost
because they're like
5 as well.
10.
Yeah, so they're fine. They'll be
Right.
fine as well because they only lost. So it just goes on disease points.
Yep.
So over here, this 2 mortal wounds there.
Nope.
Lady Olinda.
So 2 mortal wounds, yeah.
Lady Olinda gets a 4.
Oh.
Oh, she takes a wound.
Oh.
Tipping her down from the hill. Them at the back. Don't. One's next to me, Blight Kings. This is the important one. They take 2, not enough to kill them, so I won't get my battle strike. Thoughts on these?
What?
There's
one
at least
saves.
one.
Or
One
one
goes
takes
through.
a wound. Do you want And over here, they're on 5. They only take 1. Chain Rasps in combat over there.
Mortal.
Yeah.
Edge the.
Some disease points actually going out there. All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
so a couple more wounds spread.
Spread it across his army. He's starting to.
Scoring.
No worries.
Well, I don't get me Grand Strat.
Yeah, battle tactic.
Battle tactic, sorry, because I didn't kill them. Then I hold my objective there. So did we say I would still hold them even though they're contested?
Yeah, because you had them to begin with, and it
I'll
needs
just
to be
get 3
flipped.
points.
Yeah, so it's 3 points to Nurgle, putting
How many
them
you want now,
on
mate?
8.
Eight. Got 4.
It's still in range.
Yeah.
So
You know what
yeah,
to play for.
what in terms of, I mean, roll off is going to be needed next, and then I mean, I'm curious to see which way this goes.
Host goes off.
Mhm.
Curse
Oh,
goes off.
Emerald Horse,
Yeah.
end of battle round. Yes, so on a 2-up. This is for, I don't know which one.
Nope. For the other guy.
You roll a 5,
Yep.
then
So we get Steve.
which,
So 1.
this guy over here. So my Lord of Plagues.
He has a
took
ward,
1.
doesn't he?
Oh yes, he does.
It's fine.
Down back to 1.
So, oh,
We've got a roll off a turn.
Yeah, roll off
and
a turn 3.
If you get it, then I'm going to concede because I think you've mastered.
I think turn 3, because you've got resurrection and you can bring guys back, so you could still possibly
There's
pump in damage.
potential. There's a good potential to contest a few points, I would think. I think we should.
You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what occurs.
I would probably try to swing the game and pump a lot of stuff out, but I don't know your full army's capability. So you've got, just quickly run me through this. You've got your D6 models return for each unit,
Yeah.
which is your Lady O's ability.
Yeah. which
Who
we use now.
who brings things back? Who's the one who resurrects? So he can resurrect dead units.
I believe
Yeah.
he can heal units as well, can't he? So you can get his disease points up.
Oh, at the end of the combat phase, he brings things back as well.
You can do it now.
Yeah, but we haven't really done anything, so I would say that's fine.
I'll do his one first, and then
What was that other model? The one that's bringing stuff back? Is that the
that's a spirit.
Spirit Host?
Spirit torment.
Spirit Torment, sorry.
Spirit torment. So he gets the combat phase. You pick one friendly sunnable unit within 12. You can either heal up with 3 wounds, or no wounds allocated. You can return a number of saved models that were 3 or more.
Yeah.
So I'm just
So
gonna add 3 back in. I'll trigger lady ability.
oh, that's the end of each combat phase as well. So it's every combat phase you can bring the models back,
Yeah, with him.
which is pretty good.
Pretty good hero. But I tried to put him in the army.
Yeah.
I had him on sprue for ages, and I was like, and then I read his role, lost scrolling.
Well, he works with the chain ghasts, doesn't he?
Yes.
So yeah, I'd want to hit rolls for any Nighthaunt, so long as you've got a spirit. Yeah, that's pretty good. So he basically mimics what the Soul Guardian does. The chain,
Guardian
a chain ghast would at least.
Yeah.
Just nice little synergies. So battle tactic is the first thing you got to work out if you've
Yeah.
already done that ability
It's a
there
sheep.
from last turn.
I want to pick an eye for an eye. You took out a unit, didn't you?
Oh.
You took out a unit last turn.
I did. What did I kill last turn? No, I didn't.
You didn't last turn, but there was a 1v4. I don't know if you just want to allow the
because-
player back and bring the other unit.
No, he's talking about eye for an eye.
Oh, you didn't kill anything last turn, no, so you can't get eye for an eye. I'm assuming.
Well, does it have to be chosen? General's probably not going to be.
Yeah, the general's probably going to be the Guardian or the Spirit Torment, but it's more likely going to be that Soul Guardian on the far right. He's not going to be able to kill a unit. You can look for the triple charge Nighthaunt one, which is where, but it's very tough because you're
It's a
relying
tough
on
one, especially with
Yeah.
you're relying on
has ability
varying
available.
charge rolls, and you just might not get them. You need that's kind of a turn 1, turn 2
Yeah. no, I get
thing.
you.
In terms of universals, you could do Cunning Maneuver,
That's what I was thinking. But,
which
is
is
wholly out of your.
that's
Yeah,
what
it
we'll
is.
need to check.
Would have
Yeah.
to be my back one then.
Right. See what else there is available.
it's a very tough position to be in because lacking a lot of units to try and get that triple charge stack effect. Tuffy. Of course, we have the Galatian champion battle tactics that are on offer. Trying to get one of them potentially on and not only kind of test but hold an objective is quite difficult. Nighthaunt player. A tough one. Definitely a tough one.
Yeah, even trying to work out what battle tactic you take here is quite tough. I don't know what Nighthaunt specific ones are available. But at the moment, you're looking at it thinking, well, gaining momentum's tough because you have to kill and have more, which is very hard at the moment with kind of like how the Glacian Champion rule is working. Eye for an eye, can't unfortunately get because nothing was killed last turn.
Now, if I remember correctly, I'm fairly certain. Battle tactic. Terrifying. Grand strategy. I made. Is it the grand strategy? Because that would have been a nice one, you know? Terrify, because that is literally just being in combat.
I think
But
the
I
ones-
do believe that is indeed grand strategy.
Out of
Finishing.
the battle tactics, I think the ones he's looking at are the ones about Glacian champions. Really, depends how much movement he's got because Glacian champions are.
Yeah, it's a tough position.
Wait, who are the sworn bodyguards, Cam, that you have? Which one's
Two
the
units of
So, the sworn bodyguards, and then who's the champion in that? Is it the Spirit Torment?
Spirit Torment and this Arena.
Right. So another one you could do, although it's not optimal, is a Matter of Honor, which is you pick one Glacian champion or sworn bodyguard unit, and you have to kill a unit with that. But
Yeah,
then you could do that, and then you could use the. Oh, we haven't been doing the double heroic actions for going second.
True, very
Yeah,
true. Of course,
which is
this is
part
a
of the
new
GHB.
part of the season.
Yeah, we keep forgetting about that.
No, that's
but
fine. That's what I'll do then.
you wouldn't need to lift. You need to actually fully lift a unit. It's a very tough one to pull off, I think.
I think in terms of what is actually achievable, though, Jordan, I think this is it.
Yeah, it's
You
either
know,
this or a Nighthaunt
The
one.
the Nighthaunt player probably has to make this as their battle tactic, give it a go, and then it's probably the decision from this point as to whether can they potentially flip and start to gain a little bit of momentum on the victory point side. We probably have seen the tide shift quite heavily towards Nurgle. They have a lot still alive. They are particularly resistant, especially when they can continue to move forward, capture those objectives, keep putting their Glacian champions on and preventing the Nighthaunt player from capping. It is a very hard position for the Nighthaunt player to beat. But of all of the tactics that could be taken, it's probably the play. It's a hard play. Maybe doesn't get
Yeah.
the Nighthaunt player in front, but it keeps him fighting.
Looking at that, the only other one I could have saw was if you were able to get like a triple charge off, and
Yeah.
you would have pull off Overwhelmed with Dread, but that's such a tough one. With
Hard.
I don't
you-
know how Lady Linda
well,
to like try to concentrate.
so just as a very quick like straffing, you could in theory do the Overwhelm with Dread, where you've got to get all three of the charge effects. But what you'd then need to do is you'd probably have to get, you know, this on the left side of the screen here,
Yeah.
you've got Lady O, you've got the Spirit hosts, and then you've got your Chain Rasps plus the Spirit Torment.
I'm
You
probably
could-
just going to go for Matter of Honor.
Yeah.
See if I can pull it off.
It's-
If it does,
it's-
then much honor
It's
to my
either
clan.
it's either kill with your Sworn Bodyguard champion, but you have to pick which one it is.
Yeah.
Or you do the retreat and charge, and you've got 5 units possibly that could sink into that one Blight King's unit. But that's all I could think of.
Yeah, I
not-
think I'm just
not-
going to do the cunning maneuver.
Not to help my enemy, but I will. You could, like Lady Alinda and all stuff, you could weaken this unit and then bodyguard kill them.
Yeah.
Matter of Honor just means the
think
bodyguard
it's
will
too
probably have
hard
to do it.
Kill the actual
I don't think
king.
you like scream at
By
them.
if
the
you
time I
full-
take their wounds down, I might as well try and take.
Well, it's up to you.
If you whatever you do, you're gonna have to full send into whatever you're gonna pick, really.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
do the one I said. So the cunning maneuver. I'm going to go for that one.
What's that?
Take out.
Now, we were actually
Glacian
discussing this
champion
earlier in
with
the stream,
Glacian
Band
champions.
User.
Oh, right.
Unfortunately,
That one there.
in Age of Sigmar, the Orcs are doing the worst currently in the meta watch. Isn't that right, Jordan? The Orcs are currently in the
So
struggle
I'll do
bus.
my
All
spells.
Oric. It begins with an O. All of those factions are a bit on the struggle bus at the moment. We're seeing them low in the meta. In terms of Age of Sigmar,
Command point.
they're kind of the punching bag at the minute.
I'll go command point.
Because we
one
do
rocket.
fighting.
We do fighting.
We
Do-
don't think.
We do more fighting. Brutal and
Yeah.
cunning.
Oryx Oryx
Brutal
just doing
and
poorly.
cunning.
Maybe saying that could be an idea to get your Savage Orcs out at one point.
Oh, I'm going to.
The
Let's
latest
see. Finish building.
Yeah.
And it's very kind of you to offer to sub to the other gentlemen here, but unfortunately they don't actually have their own channels. What they do, or the Here We Go gaming channel is a bit of a collective, led by a couple of us in the room that are editors, and we just make the videos. But everybody here is part of Here We Go. So we have Cam, of course, who is one of our short editors. He's
Hello.
made a short for us. He's gonna keep working on some lore bits and pieces, but a lot of like terrain building, painting sites. And Dan is just
Yo.
a very good player. Is a very, very damn good player.
Graphic designer.
And he's
He
Is he a graphic
I did
designer?
make the logo as well.
He
I'm
did.
taking all
He's
responsibility for that.
He's our logo creator. He makes our thumbnails. So yeah, if you see that, that's all Dan. It's all Dan. But yeah, we do definitely need to branch out into the 40k side of things. That is something that we are looking into. Much to especially my wife's despair, because cupboard space is reducing. Too many armies, Jordan. Too many armies. Not enough space. But here we go.
Do Lady Olinda's once
Got a
per
couple
battle
to
thing
use.
where I'm going to take return D6 slain models to each unit, and you just roll each separately.
I think
Yep.
if we
So
hide a
D6 over there.
squad of Terminators in there, Jordan, the
Two.
game would flip on its head.
Hmm?
If we listen to band user, hide a
I'll
hide a
drop a
unit of-
Nemesis Dreadnought.
D6.
that would work.
I'll bring a
Yeah.
Nemesis Dreadnought next time.
I don't know how we'd
Or-
figure out the rules, but we could make it work.
because is
No,
it
no,
just
it's models, I think.
double click?
Ah, but you can't go above your cap.
Oh, is there 3 there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was
there's
2
only two
there and
there.
it was a 5, wasn't
Ah,
it?
right, no, I get you. I get you. Oh, these guys. Oh, wait, no, because it doesn't
They're
really
they're
work,
full.
It's just slain
You
models.
could have used that roll for
Just transfer the roll to the rasps because
Yeah.
that was the only thing that was left.
6
That's a
there.
six.
I don't know how many.
Right, so.
Did we roll for the rasps in the corner?
Yes. I
Yeah,
got
cool,
2
cool.
there.
That's fair.
I think the big roll was the knights over here though. getting
Yes.
played back.
So,
Yeah, that's why I bring Hexray for this list, because it's when Lady Olinda brings them back. It's 2 wound models.
so just to clarify, the battle tactic that you've picked was the was it the matter of honor one?
Yeah, a matter of honor. Sorry,
So you need to kill and which champion or bodyguard unit did you pick?
this guy over here.
Lord of Plagues.
No, so you pick your champion or bodyguard.
Oh, my Guardian of Souls.
So you're gonna pick him to kill.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So
It would probably be easy over there.
it might. Yeah, it probably would. But he's going.
Don't tell me
He's
what
going
to
for
do.
Hail Marys. Did you do heroic actions?
Yes. Phil.
Yeah, we both tried to get a command point. We both failed.
Oh, okay, fair.
So we're just going while you were talking.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's totally fine. Yeah.
I don't know whether it's best to interrupt you. So I'm just like.
Oh, just keep playing. Don't worry, keep playing.
We're still figuring out how to do stuff at the minute. Bit like all over the place. But we're getting there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Format is in progress.
He's
It
going
will
to cast
get there
Spectral
eventually.
Lure. There's a casting value of 6 and a range of 24. Cast on an 7.
I'll try to stop it. Why not? Oh, I failed once. Get it?
Oh. So I'm going to heal up to D6.
Chicken.
6. So it's picked
Oh,
that
yeah.
unit there. Heal up to D6. I've got 6. So 6 more. Chain Rasp, come back.
Pile of ammo.
And then he is. Lady Olinda is then going to cast Grief Stricken,
Yes.
which is a casting value of 7. Not
Ooh.
cast. Going to then.
So is that £10 on me or Jordan? If it's
Arcane
£10 on
Bolt.
the handsome
Yeah,
one.
we're not even playing.
No, this is
Has an Arcane Bolt.
But hey,
What's that cast?
£10, £10.
An 8, I think.
I'll try to stop it.
£10 is £10.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh. Movement?
Yeah. And we can retreat and charge. But if you.
Oh, dude, go all out. Absolutely body him. Yeah, if you want to, we'll probably pop to a quick minute intermission.
Would
2
you
minute
like a
intermission.
toilet break? Of course, my sir. Of course.
We
Get
do not
yourself away.
have bladders of steel.
I mean, I've nipped away for a few toilets. So yes,
I have a bladder of steel.
Dan and I will hold firm. We'll hold firm. I've
Unbent,
just realised
unbroken.
I'm gonna have to mute.
Beauty, why?
His Cam has went to the toilet with his microphone on.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I'll mute the player microphones.
Just the little trio.
Yeah,
the little
yeah.
stream.
That one might end well, or end poorly rather. That one might end poorly. So yeah, I mean, overall, I think this has been a really interesting game. Oh, it's
Yeah, he's
it's
just
been a
gonna-
hard game for the Nighthaunt player. That is for certain. You know, low rend is always going to be hard, especially when you're going into something as resilient as the Nurgle. That would always be my thoughts. They have generally quite a good save, generally quite a good ward save as well. And that Glock King is starting to pump out a good amount of damage now.
He's not bad, the Glock King. He's swings and roundabouts our field, but he's doing. Need rend really to go.
A bit closer to his mouth there. Sorry.
You need a lot of rend basically to go into Nurgle, is what I was saying. The Glock King's like swings and roundabouts are fine. Like he did absolutely like but then like if he does hit, he hits hard, absolutely kill stuff. But yeah, it is going very well at the minute.
I think you know, if we're being honest, this is probably the way we started to expect it to swing around this turn. It becomes very difficult for Nighthaunt to sustain the numbers that they're going to need to try and chip away at Nurgle. It's a very, very hard position to be in. I think there was a nice flank behind the Glock King there. That was a really good player to get them knights in. Have a bit of a flank movement. Trying to contest over on the right-hand side of the board was definitely a good idea. Just, if nothing else, to try and protect from the flank. It's a massive portion of the game. Trying to use that maneuverability that Nighthaunt has to their advantage. Outflanking the Nurgle player, which of course lacks that mobility as well. Overall though, just that durability has been really quite difficult to kind of deal with, I think. So, you know, one for us to work on. A good matchup. Here we go. We're all back. Let's. I will activate our microphones.
I'll time back out.
Here we go, boys. Whenever you're ready. We were laughing because we were like, "Oh, you went to the toilet with your microphone on."
Ah.
So I
We
muted
just
it.
would have heard everything.
You might as well. But wait, you might hear like noises when you're in the bathroom.
That's fine.
We have Ryan suggesting that Dan is a weak player. Agree.
Okay.
That is a good suggestion, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. Your input's always valued.
Get 2K points, build it up, and then you can say I'm a weak player, Ryan.
There you go.
God damn it.
There you go, Ryan. There you go.
He just wants to play with the best, I think.
No, that's exactly it.
I forgot what was happening.
So,
So-
I summoned back stuff.
Oh, you
I
done
was
spell,
doing
yeah.
healing, hero phasey things.
Oh, you went on a movement, didn't
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
were.
moved on a movement, so I just
Yep.
moved him 8. But to be fair, I think he might have to go back a little bit. Speed 3?
you? Probably go.
What's the
Yeah, that'll be.
This is turn 3 for Nighthaunt, by
And
the way.
three Nighthaunt. Here we go.
Well,
What is the plague wheel at the moment?
it is. Or is it a new turn?
Yes.
I do apologise.
Well, yeah, it's only just started though, so it's okay for now.
It's you add 1 to disease rolls that you make.
Oh, so it's free up
So
for
it's
mortals.
3 up for mortals this turn.
So just carry on with your movement phase.
No problem. Well, that's my movement phase.
You've still got.
I know I've got them to move, but I
And
want
then
to
you
keep
can
them on my
retreat
back.
and charge over here.
Plus your other ones as well. You can
I-
do it with
I
all of them if you
wouldn't
want. No, not there with the rest of them.
Because just for the chat, I'm saying Glock King, you shouldn't retreat because if he does, he can make him and another unit charge. Bad idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll keep him tied up with that unit. I think
But
they've done their
everywhere
job
else-
of 170 points keeping up the Glock in all game.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good
It's a good
spend.
investment.
It's a good spend.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, I'd 3 charges. Money.
I know I'm going to try and do it over here, but I don't think I am going to go over there because I really need battle tactics. Chance of clawing it back, I think.
If you want to kill him, though.
I would do with the one that you're confident with, and then see if you whether you want to do with the other one.
I'm
Because you,
just giving you suggestions.
No, that's it. So you concentrate on your turns, and I'll concentrate on mine. But I'll retreat 3 here.
If it was me, I'd be retreating like back and charging like a madman.
Go
well,
on, go.
I had a. Oh, wait, do I tell them
I like
about my,
risky
my
games.
idea of the in the hat?
I mean,
games?
it's one that I think, Jordan, personally, we keep as
Okay,
and you.
okay.
Yeah.
We've got an idea for a little tournament.
It's a nice little
Oh.
tournament.
But it's a very,
It's
it's a very.
It's gonna be good.
It's a case of we'll submit lists and then we'll tell you how it's going to actually work out.
Cool.
Right.
It'll be very wild.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wild.
So,
Cool. So any. Still got them at the back. If you
yeah,
want to
I'm
do
just going to
anything
leave
there.
them on that.
Okay.
Nighthaunt.
So I'll do my charging.
You got shooting.
Shooting phase. He'll shoot down there. That guy again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good shoot at the unit.
It's a
Ah!
tough position for the
Yeah.
Nighthaunt player to be in. You know, having to try and get those
Causing wounds to
Galatian.
them, but they just keep healing them back.
Yeah, that
You need to have
he needs to shift those Galatian champions, Jordan.
Galatian champions got in it all game.
The secret of Nurgle is you've got to focus fire one unit at a time because they
Yeah.
got to like really focus fire things down.
You know, I suppose it's a similar question to what the Suns players tend to ask: is are you going to split, or are you going to focus? And it's always a little bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's always hard.
Wait,
It never feels generally like there's a correct decision.
the way I look at it is focus fire to kill one, always. But if you've got chaff units that can slow the others down, sacrifice them, and basically just you pin something, you remove it, then go on to the next one.
Yep.
It's a nightmare when you're against fast armies because it's hard to effectively screen everything out so that you can do that focus.
Correct. Yeah.
But
Correct.
here, you've probably got more play than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a point. Dan, you've got at least one fan in the chat, mate. Your band user he's rooting Dan. Dan.
Thanks, my dude.
But you've also got somebody saying you're a second-rate.
I mean,
duelist with a
Ryan is
third-rate deck.
Ryan is
That's
hitting him.
Ryan. I know
Yeah.
him personally, and
Ryan's one of our top subscribers. Thank you, Ryan.
He does. He's always
everything you've done for the channel.
always watching the videos first. Some boy, absolutely some boy.
Right. Do the game at. I'll lift the field at 2 up.
oh,
Nope. Charging.
bad rolling
Yeah.
today.
Charging. I'll charge in the Guardian of Souls.
Yep.
Yay, he's 8. He's in.
That one.
Sneak in right
So
down
what's
here.
an 8 on the table?
8 on the table is
So just as a reminder to anybody
yeah,
that's
a stun,
joining us,
-1 from his save.
Dan is our Nurgle player today.
Oh, that's
And-
actually the best one you could have got
That
there.
is the best one.
Yeah,
That's the
-1
best one you
save.
could have got there, yeah.
So Dan is our Nurgle player today, and Cam is playing the Nighthaunt.
To strike last there, you can wrap around him fully if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want. That's pretty
You can
nice.
fly as well. So you gotta know.
This is quite big. Potentially gives a little bit of shoring up room for the Nighthaunt.
He's going to be able to get a lot of his ghosts in here.
You know, clears that
Fly
squad,
them over.
starts to fight for possession of the left-hand side of the table again, Jordan. And I think,
Oh,
being able to have that bit of maneuverability again will benefit.
I mean, you're already seeing here where it's like it's kind of king because Dan has 5 Blight Kings that you can see kind of center left of the screen
Yep.
that are currently not doing anything.
which one?
And the
These ones?
maneuverability of
Yes.
Nighthaunt's allowed him to actually. Sorry, so the left for is your left.
Oh,
So my
I was so confused.
my screen is the same way that you're looking at it,
I was
Dan.
looking, I was like, there's Blight Kings everywhere.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like when I'm saying it, Cam,
Yeah.
you'll have to reverse
Okay,
it.
that's
Yeah.
right.
You know, there was a way I did play around with this, Jordan. We can if people desire it a lot,
Oh,
I can draw on the screen for it. So you know, if that is something that you guys
Guardian
would
of
be interested
Souls?
in, for me to bash my head into a brick wall for another 10 minutes to figure that one out, I'll do it. I'll do it. John.
It could be quite good
Could
for
be nice. Could
highlighting
be nice.
certain players without me having to kind of verbally direct. So yeah.
The one I'll look for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll look at it for tomorrow.
Oh, so yeah, Dan's Nurgle. Oh, you've already said that. Dan's
I
Nurgle
have.
player Cam is Nighthaunt. Yeah.
Yep. Cam's starting with his little sub-hero down here, attacking.
Try and get the most out of him. It's 3s. I got an auto hit and 2.
Oh.
Oh, no! So just an auto hit that goes through.
Minus
unlucky.
1. So he's.
I feel like Cam has
Oh.
been very unlucky this game, Jordan.
I have
You know, the dice
three-
rolls haven't went his way at
so
all.
be
Ren 1.
so it's Ren 2 technically because of the things.
Yeah,
so
because it's -1 to save and then Ren 1, so they will
it'll
stack.
be 6.
Yes.
I think
that would have been a 6.
I think all of us here float to go.
Oh,
and
but then it's a
definitely
5.
Team
Well, how much
Dan.
damage?
Sorry, definitely Team Cam as well. So you know, you're not alone. You know,
Do 5 ups.
we'd like to see
No,
the boy
he
do
takes
well.
them. Oh, he's on.
If I don't think you get your battle tactic then, because you needed to kill the.
He's got his
the champion.
bodyguards to kill. Oh,
I think it has to be
Ah.
one or the other.
So I've messed that up.
I'll check. I'll check.
No, no, you think you're right. Yeah.
Pick one champion or bodyguard.
Destroyed during this turn by a engagement champion or
Well,
swarm
which
bodyguard
one?
unit.
Yeah. Hold on, by a friendly. Yes. Sorry, you
Yeah,
pick.
so-
You pick.
yeah.
So he's picked the general to die. So he actually just he can do it
Yeah,
with his
yeah, yeah.
rasps. That's fine. Yep,
Yeah.
totally fine.
No problem.
Nice
then
little
is it my
clarification
turn
there.
to pick?
Yeah, it's your turn to pick one.
So I guess
Rasps.
yeah, I'll pick my Lord of Plagues to attack the chain rasps.
How many wounds is that Lord of Plagues on? 4.
He's got 4 left. It's very doable.
It's
You've
well
got
within range.
-1 on his save anyways, so he's a 5 up base.
3s and 3s here.
That's a good roll. Start us out.
Saves. Rasps.
Rasps.
Oh, the command points reset here as well.
Sorry, yes.
Nighthaunt went first, so they'll have 2. Nurgle will have 3.
Go through.
He is damage. That's 5 damage.
It's a bit of damage going out there, but I think you
5
know
damage
it's
to 5.
manageable.
Hold 6 up.
Could we have seen a discorporate there potentially?
Well, yeah, it's early on. It's whether
Well,
he's saving it for later.
Yeah, it's a hard decision to make because
He's still going to be able to get a lot of attacks in. I think that only costs him maybe 2 models worth of attacks.
yeah,
He's also now going to get +1 to wound
yeah.
with all of his chain rats because his Guardian of Souls
So
is now in range.
So good play.
do have
Getting the
good
Guardian of
play.
Souls in there has worked.
Yeah.
got them as well on there.
Seven times 2 is 22.
So are these the chain rats going into which ones?
Into the Lord of Plagues up in there.
That's over that side. So
Yeah.
you
Now, did they charge? Because if they charged,
They
Well-
did charge. You could all out attack as well if you wanted.
yeah.
to.
So what we've got here is those chain rats didn't charge.
Or did they not?
No, but the Guardian of Souls did.
Right.
However, although you would normally get the +1 to wound from the charge, they get +1 to wound just because the Guardian of Souls is next to them.
Oh.
Well, yeah. So Guardian of Souls has the Nightmare Lantern. So it'll be 3s then. It's be 4s then 3s currently. If he all out attacks, it'll be 3s then 3s. So it could, if he's
I'm gonna
instead of
all-out attack.
Discorporate, he'll all attack. So see, not using Discorporate there allowed him to do
Actually
an
a
all-out
good play,
attack. Otherwise, he
yeah.
wouldn't have been able to do it. So it'll be 3s and 3s for these attacks. And this is all going into the general, is it? Yeah. So 6 is still auto wounding.
unfortunately, a few 1s and 2s. I see there, Jordan.
I mean, the numbers will still be quite helpful here.
Yep.
He's wanting to just overpower him here, so he needs to get 4 wounds through.
Yep.
The save's going to be a 5 up, and then the ward is a 5 up.
Yep.
So you're looking at what? It's like a 44% reduction or something
Somewhere
like that.
around
Yeah.
that. Yeah. It's a big ask potentially.
Actually, it is a 44% reduction. That guy literally
Look at him
got
go.
that on the
Likes it
dot.
to
On
tip
the
him.
dot,
Go.
yeah. Because it's a third, then a third. You see. So
So
66%
three-
gets, yeah, it is.
Oof.
Oh, the dice tray is just locked off a
Push
bit,
it
guys.
a
Can
little
you
bit
pull it a
away
bit?
from us.
That'll do.
Perfect,
There you
boys.
are. They're not great rolls there, but there's still quite a few saved rolls to make, I think.
5.
Yeah, how many auto wounds do you have? 4? There's 8.
It's a good amount, really, isn't it?
Minus
No?
1 though, so I'm at
5.
off.
Like literally, this is.
This could be
It's,
it.
as I said, 44% damage gets through according to this.
Let's see if the
Let's
max
see if the
maths
god
work
is
out.
with me.
So literally, yeah, like if stats are with you.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good roll.
No, that was good. Now you need 4 of these to sink in. So he has to. If
Here
he
come the
I've got
wards.
jammiest
two
before.
5-ups, yeah, 2 5-ups keeps him alive.
Oh, he gets it.
Oh, he's alive.
Oh, he gets it.
Gets it.
He's
That's
on 1 wound.
Very unfortunate.
However, even if you don't get the battle tactic, you're that close to lifting him off the board that you can then flip the point to you in the next phase.
It's become, like Jordan's a bit more in reach for our Nighthaunt player now. Started to clear left-hand side of the board for us. Started to clear out the right-hand side of the board of us. Oh, yes, the Glock King is still holding down back objective for our Nurgle player, but it's starting to really open up.
Right, I'm going to do the Glocking. So tentacles are going to go first. 3s and
The
2s.
Hexwraith need to try to hold on here. Oh, by the way, the Nighthaunt did spend the CP. We need to remove
Yep,
that.
I'll do that.
You got any command points?
1 left for our Nighthaunt, 3 for our Nurgle.
1 disease point there. Four saves. Damage at each. Kill.
A lot of damage
4
potential.
ups.
Oh.
Not a great roll.
Well
Not a
done.
great roll.
Oh,
6 up.
12 6-ups. Jesus.
This is rough.
And there's only 10 wounds in the unit.
This is
So
rough.
he needs 3 6-ups.
Not enough.
Single one. So
It's not enough.
pass all of them over my mate. Smash them.
That is unfortunate. Just as I was
It's
saying.
still there.
Maybe it was commentator's curse there, Jordan. Just starting to say about the Glock King eventually getting flanked, starting to open up the board a little bit.
The whole point was to just keep the Glockin trapped for as long as
Wrapped up, a bit
possible.
of a tar pit.
Yeah.
He has been
situation.
trapped there for quite a while.
Yeah, I
he
mean,
hasn't been able to charge
He's
the thing.
sacrificed 2 Hexwraith units to keep you trapped, and your Glockin 600 or something like that.
What's that?
The Glockin,
Points
points?
wise, sorry.
how many points?
Like 500?
Yeah, so you sacrificed 340 to trap him up for 3 turns.
It's worthwhile, really, isn't it, mate? It's a
It's got
worthwhile play.
utility. I like their movement. Nice to have that in an army of just turn one. Just
Yeah.
I'll go where I want.
Yeah.
They're not a threat, but they are still present. Still models that are present on the field. So
yeah.
I think it's where it's like you don't feel like they're immediate threat to models, but it's I'm chewing. Come back and hate.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it. And I think what we're seeing, Jordan, is we're just seeing a little bit more of an how Cam's playing as Knight.
Well,
Definitely learning the
as
army
he
better.
adjusts his list more, he has to adjust his playstyle.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's
It's-
finding that sweet spot.
I think Cam's list's got a lot of room for change and bits. Like he needs
A couple of little
damage dealers
tweaks.
here and there.
Yeah. The main reason I got this list is I bought Realms magazine £3 and got a load of chain rasp. So I was like, oh wait.
I mean, needs
I
must.
spent what was it, £30 from Game Workshop and got 1 box to play with Night. They've went.
We'll jump on them. Yeah, that's the way we do it. Okay, boys, what are we looking at next?
All the times attacks over here.
Okay, I mean, this, Jordan, is a lot of wounds again.
All in.
This is potential.
All in.
So
20 times.
40 odd. Here. See how this roll goes.
yeah, so there's no buffs here. Oh, but you will get +1 to wound because he charged.
Correct? Yeah,
And
on the chain
was
rasps.
it was the strike last one, wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. So yeah, basically you're just going to be getting all the chain rasp attacks currently on 4s and 3s. You've already used an all-out attack, so you can't use that anyways. So yeah, 4s and 3s. That's it.
This turn 3.
This
So
is
it's
turn 3.
Nighthaunt. Yeah.
Dan, if you wouldn't mind clear.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Definitely a turnaround, though.
You can do them in
There's definitely been a bit of a turnaround, Jordan.
It's
Not quite as
no, the
hopeless.
turnaround hasn't happened yet. The turnaround will happen turn 4.
Is that what you're
because-
suspecting?
Yeah, because what you're looking at is you've got on right side of the field, you've got that Blight Lord, whatever it is, Blight Lord?
him.
No, other side.
Plagues. Lot of plagues.
Lord of Plagues, sorry. Lord of Plagues on 1 wound. If he gets lifted, the Guardian of Souls is still there. So you'll end up having that actual... You'll have the right side controlled, because so long as you've got a Glacian Champion there, he can't shift it, and he just has to keep the Guardian of Souls on the
Yeah.
point, out of combat. He's fine. Left side of the screen, where you've got where the fight's going on right now, where Lady Olinda's floating around.
I'd want to work.
There's a lot of them there, and he's currently now protecting his
There is, yeah.
his champion. So I don't think he can get the left side anytime soon.
I think this is the turn, isn't it, John? Like we were saying at the beginning, this is the turn that kind of defines what is going to happen. I think some good rolls maybe appear here. Never know. But unfortunately, it looks like it's again there.
It's forced to hit. You're not expecting too much here, to be honest,
Yeah.
with the first set of rolls. Auto wounds are
Next over
nice.
there.
Auto wounds are nice, and then it's going to be the 3s after that, the wound.
Yep.
At this point, you wonder whether it's worth even committing Lady O into that little blob
Just
in the
to try
next
and
turn
get
if
that
you
little
have to.
bit more kill secure potential.
Yeah. Because I feel as though like they're whippered down enough that maybe they don't have enough punch to take out Lady O, but you can, and you've got Spirit Horse, so like currently you could transfer those wounds anyways, so
Yep.
you might as well use the weapon
Yeah,
that you've
exactly.
got possibly in the later turn.
You know, like you've stated, if the spirit hosts weren't there, that would be a lot more of a scary play to try and make, getting Lady O into the units, but being able to offset it into the spirit hosts is a massive boon. So
There
like
was a
you said,
3 dice already in there, by the way. One of the dice was already a 3, yeah.
we'll just see. It's going to be whether Cam does actually commit Lady O into the combat or not.
Yeah. I would say if you can keep it isolated and away from being sandwiched in, I would think it's probably worth committing in now.
'Cause
Well, like next turn even.
What we do have is Lady O looking to be charged by
more
the
men than that?
Nurgle.
That's if they can get the
Oh,
charge
I mean, if
roll
they
up
can
there.
get the charge roll up there, it is a big charge. It's at least a 5-6 inch charge. Probably what we would be saying.
Good.
So it would be a difficult charge.
That's quite a few fails there.
Both players' hands starting to.
There's 10 fails for the 4.
That's
That's
big.
not good odds.
That's big.
got
Wards? 5 ups.
4.
He's not gonna lift it, but he's gonna do a lot because they're 4-wound models. You see,
2 models die.
the 2 full Blight Kings dead. That's
big.
that's good damage.
Oh, how much? 8 was it?
8. Did you have any wounds already assigned? Just carry them
2.
over.
And 8 potions.
All right, there'll probably be a mortal wound here or
Ah, 3.
3 mortal wounds.
There's some more. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, they're not mortals. They're disease points.
Disease points.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Chance of mortals.
Yes.
We are not as good stones.
Sorry, he can't be. Yeah. How dare you be trying to be as good as my Sigmar's boys, shining in their golden armor.
Oh. I'll get a strike back over.
I think we definitely see a couple of chain rasps get shifted here, but
Only 3 dudes.
yeah,
Yeah, but he's gonna then just bring 3 chain rasps back at the end of the combat phase.
that's exactly it. So disease points heading over there now.
You can 7's the max of disease points
Yeah.
you can get on a unit.
7s are absolute maximum signed. Of course, Nurgle absolutely loves the number 7.
So one good thing about the book is you go, oh, I wonder what range or like, what's this going to cast on? You go, oh, it's probably 7.
I think that's the same with Skaven's, all 13.
How's that their number?
Skaven's always 13, yeah.
7 saves.
There are a couple of armies like that that just seem to revolve around a specific number.
Yeah, Khorne's 8.
8. Yep, the eight.
Uh,
Ones.
possibly.
Not sure actually. I'm not sure what Slanesh is. I'd have to have a look.
One's 9.
5, 6.
Yeah, 6 upwards.
Ooh. Not too bad. 4 dead.
Not a terrible roll. I mean, 4 fails, 4 chain wraps, head away. But like you saying before, Jordan, we do expect those to return.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of them, as long as the unit survives, 3 of them next to Spirit Torment come back. He is wholly within 12, so he's fine.
Yep.
Yep, that's
In a way, he's only lost 1.
that's it, is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Any battle shock? I've got none. 'Cause
I've got these guys. 4.
I think you're fine. And
That's-
then
that's a
reduce
pass.
disease points. Lady Linda takes 1 mortal wound.
4.
1 4 up.
F4.
So yeah, 4.
Can you just pass that mortal wound on if you want? To the
Horse.
to the Spirit
I want
Hosts. Yeah.
4.
She's got healing stuff, so I like to kind of when
Yeah,
it
it's
gets to
fine.
3 wounds, I think about passing on.
Yeah.
Then she can always get the D3 there off and then get them back.
Yeah.
Has got healing.
Big one is these over here, which
Yep.
only take 2.
Die.
No, 2 more.
2, oh yeah,
saves.
2 saves.
Yeah, 2 die. Right.
Was
So
that the
then-
battle shock?
Yeah.
You get to return 3 of your chain rasps in that corner there, count, because the Spirit Torment's there.
Over, is it here?
No. Right, we're doing it
Oh.
now.
Cool. You. Right. Should I just go on to my turn then? Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Quickly scoring, sorry, just very
oh,
quickly.
Sorry. Yeah.
So, didn't get battle tactic, unfortunately, because that guy was on 1 wound left. You have the home objective. You don't currently have the others because of the Galatian champions of Nurgle being there and getting there first, so it's just 1
Right.
for that one.
So we
So I
see
get 1 point.
Nighthaunt head up to 5 victory points. Nurgle still ahead with 8.
Nurgle turn yet to go.
I think I am going to concede. Daniel ruined me. Yeah, that's the only thing.
You know, I wouldn't blame him here, Jordan. It's been a tough game. Potential for a swing, but
Good game, my friend.
a lot of battle tactics. No. A good game.
Yeah.
A good game.
Thoroughly enjoyable, as always, but I think there is a few units I need to get for this army to kind of bring
Yeah,
it up to that, bring it up that part. So thinking about adding some Bladegeist Revenants, maybe a Black Coach and things for the bigger models to kind of round it out. I think I'm sorted for chaff and regular battle line units and things like that. So
yeah.
it'll just be a case of like painting 1 or 2 centerpiece models up
I
for the
think
army and things to
You
push into
need
the.
some damage dealers. There's a few units you can get
Yeah,
that are
so a
more
couple of
damage
hammers in
dealing.
there. I've got my anvils. I think I just need
Uh,
a couple of hammers to keep us to push us over the edge. More competitive, but very very enjoyable game.
And it was a lot of dice rolling.
I mean,
which, you know,
I think looking at
shuffle over here.
yeah, we'll go.
Awkward movement. There's a lot of his dice rolling as well because Cam was not rolling the best today.
I never do.
But it is a dice game, so it is what it is.
It is.
Yeah, I think from like on my view watching the game there, the only thing I can think is that you've kind of tried to take Dan on every single position that he's took.
Yep.
But your mobility could have lent you to actually just swamp one side of the field, clear it, and then swamp back over.
Yeah.
I think that's the way that I probably look at it, because I think with the fights that you did take when you had your units next to each other, you were actually doing a good bit of chip damage and you were staying in, so you were withering them down. Like that side's the very
Yeah, he
good.
did a lot of damage
That
on
combat fight phase there was 1 unit of chain rasps. I mean, there are little things to do because I think we briefly said like Lady O and the Spirit Hosts, like obviously
For a band.
Like they took the high ground, they're safe, they're doing their little bits of chip. But then when Dan split
I probably would have charged.
when Dan split the Blight Lords, you probably could have committed to one side and reinforced. And because of the 4-up ward with Lady O, you probably actually would have really done quite well to survive.
Hard in combat either.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
It's more for
I think
the
the
it's
charge
more for the
was-
buffs and the spirit hosts
The
as well.
-1 save could be stacked. Like I think if you just like sent everything under one flank,
Focus
just
it.
absolutely
Yeah.
destroyed it.
Yeah, no, you
It's-
couldn't get things to help it
Yeah.
out.
It's the problem with Nurgle. Unlike other armies, you have to focus fire. Like I've been playing Squigs a lot, so I think people are used to my army crumbling before their eyes. But
Cool.
yeah,
You
one of
played really well, mate. Another
it's
fantastic
been
game.
it's been
So,
really fun. Yeah.
look forward to our next one.
I hope the viewers enjoyed. We are like working through these battle reports, so they will get better over time. But I think they've got a game tomorrow. I'm not going to be there, but I think the lads are going to be.
Yes. Fun times, eh? Thanks
Right,
everybody for
well,
watching,
yeah,
and
thanks
make
for
sure
watching.
to like and subscribe
Yeah, like
if you
subscribe.
liked what you're seeing here
And
today.
we'll see you around the live streams hopefully soon.
See you
See
later,
ya.
guys.
Of course, from us, Jordan, from us, it's been an absolute pleasure to watch that game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Maybe went the way that we were expecting, but not as quick as we thought. Potentially. Certainly, a couple of little things that I think the Nighthaunt player can look to amend. A little bit of guidance, where actually what we start to see is a really competitive list start to form.
Yeah, I think a little bit more damage. Like he's got his anvils, he's got good screens. Just needs to get slightly more punch. Otherwise, it's gradually been improving over the last couple of months that I've seen it play. So it's nice.
Coming from a Sons of Baymat player, I understand the methodology of do you want to spread, want to tie everything up. Normally, you can rely on those 35 wounds. A couple of megas can really tie things up. So, and especially Sons player, also an Ogre player as well. So, used to a little bit more durability, a little bit less maybe finesse, treat and try and stack those stuns, those strike lasts, those max ones. A learning curve. Certainly a learning curve.
It's every day is a school day.
Every day is indeed
Every day is a school day.
Every day is indeed a school day.
So I mean, as I say, we don't normally see Nurgle. May get to see that a little bit more.
Yep.
I'd certainly like a chance to cut them down.
Oh, there it is.
I would love a chance
There
to
it
cut them
is.
down. I will rush a paint on my remaining Kurnos to get that sorted because I do think there's a lot of carnage to be done.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. It was definitely a game that I would enjoy seeing Sylvaneth against. So something that definitely, if you're interested, please do stick around. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah, we do plan on uploading a lot more of these battle reports, our lore videos, of course. They're all going to be keep cranking out. Next week we get some new cameras, so hopefully in Jordan our production value gets a little bit higher again.
Yeah, we'll try and focus on that dice cam,
We'll
see if we
the
can get
dice
that
cam
fixed
sorted
up.
as well. But of course, from myself as Donny and from my co-host Joe here, thank you very much for tuning in with us. I hope you've enjoyed, and of course, if you did, make sure you like, give us a subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.
Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.